TV.square.
Content, information, and opinions expressed during the related show are those of the show personalities and guest alone, and not those of Vic Canellis Media Group, its parent, affiliates, or stations. VCMG Live is not responsible for any content, information, or opinions expressed. User bears full responsibility for their reliance on such content, information, or opinions.
All right, check it out, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the sexiest place to be every Friday night from 6:30 to 8:30. The 6th Borough. Quick shout out to all of my sponsors out there. I want to give a shout out to Hideaway in Palm Beach. I want to give a shout out to Pizza Rica. And I want to give a shout out to my man Tom. If you guys need solar, Tom's the guy to go to. And of course, I do have my co-host. I got Mag Chop Kenny in the building. I got Denise Cassell. I have myself. My name is Nico. And give it up for Joe Rubo. Joe, take it away, baby.
Welcome, everybody, to the 6th Borough. It is Friday night, and we are live on FM radio and iHeartRadio.
You're getting so good at that, man.
Yeah, he's good at that. All right, Joe, you can take the rest of the night off. You're good.
Woo, he did that good. We are live.
We're live, and then cut. He's out of here. Listen, clear it away.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the 6th Borough. How do you like that
intro?
In
case you didn't know it, we're live.
So here we are. It's another Friday night, and we have a great show. You know what? For the first time, I would think in a very long time, it's going to be a guest lineup of all women. Ladies' night.
It's ladies.
Woohoo! Yay!
Yeah.
It's going to be a ladies' night, so everyone, if you're tuning in, if you're on 95, go ahead and get comfortable. If you're sitting in traffic, and just stay tuned with us. We got to make sure that you are indeed going to be having a time to enjoy what we have to talk about tonight. We have of course, some great things. We have guests with us that's going to be tuning in or coming in live at 7:30, and really great guests. And I have to tell you, she's coming live, and we're going to also be talking about dating because she is a certified dating coach. That's going to be a lot of fun. So stay tuned. I'm a certified dating coach.
No, you're not. You're a serial dater.
Oh, my God.
And I said, man, I apologize.
Sorry, I got you
cereal in the
to
morning.
that.
She dates a lot of people.
I stepped into it. I get it.
Serial dater? You want to go on a date? Yes.
Oh.
Want some free food? Yes. You know,
Oh, that's our loving
talk
Nico.
about myself, right, Denise? Atta girl.
Yes.
Who's next? Well, more of me.
Yes,
All
about Nico tonight.
Show.
So we are the 6th Borough, and for those of you that don't know, really, this is the show that belongs to anyone and everyone, but more specifically, it's actually being a culture. It's like the 6th Borough is like being a member living in one of the neighborhoods, particularly us here in South Florida. Right. So you could have moved in from one of the 5 boroughs of New York. You could be here from Chicago. You can be from Philly. You can be from Texas. It doesn't matter. If you're here, you are now a member of the official 6th Borough declared by our show.
Part of the family. That's how we do it.
That's right.
People are saying,
stand up.
Our listeners, our loyal listeners, are saying it's like a place they look forward to Friday nights to kick back and go back in time and talk about, cool stuff like we talked about last week.
Yeah, last week was great.
Yeah, last week was. That could have went for 3 hours.
We didn't bring up the Rubik's Cube, but nonetheless, it was still a great show.
I'm still trying to solve that thing.
I know, Joe.
So last week's show.
Still didn't do it, kid. I'll tell you.
Last week's show, we actually had our first hour. This is a 2-hour show, so the first hour of last week's show was dedicated to those things that we were so familiar with growing up in the 80s.
Right.
So if you want to catch that show, you can go to our YouTube channel, which is the 6th Borough, and you can catch it live. And actually, we're also feeding live. So if you want to see us, not just hear us, you can go to our actual website, which is powerupradiotv.com, or you can go to watch the show at Power Up, the 6th Borough radio TV shows on Facebook. You can go to our YouTube channel, as I just mentioned. So just don't hear us. You can also see us live. Right. And I think our facial expressions are hysterical, honestly. I think that speaks for itself.
And call in, please. Phone lines are open. I'm looking right here. I'm waiting for you to call. Comment on our pages.
For those of you who don't know, the number is 888-994-4995, Studio A.
I still don't have that memorized.
You don't need to. It's on the screen.
I just I memorized the last one, and you guys changed it on me.
Well, we actually have to say, for those of you who are listening, there's 4 of us, as was mentioned in our intro. So you just imagine the amount of work that goes into being able to be a host with three other hosts. So it's a balance act altogether, and God knows what can happen when you're listening.
Especially
But-
with Nico here.
Especially
Yeah,
with
can't
Nico.
talk over each other,
You
so
just
everybody
don't
be
know
quiet
with
while I
Nico.
talk.
But
You know?
so, Joe,
Yes.
what did you do this past week?
This past weekend
Yes.
or week? Last weekend I relaxed. I didn't do anything.
Okay.
After the show, I went home, just chilled all weekend, took care of Mama, relaxed, did nothing. But this week, I got to spend time with my on-screen wife. We had a lot of work done this week.
We did. We had a
Yes,
lot
we
of
did.
work.
Yeah, we went and met with some sponsors, talking about events and stuff. Hey guys, if you want, we'll come visit you. Just go on the website, fill out the thing, look us up. We'll come to you if you want to book us, whatever you need. We'll come right down to you.
We've actually have done some really great work.
Yeah.
We can get you aired 24/7 and still be a part of our show. Although we're on for 2 hours once a week, we can get you on consistently even without us. But if you're thinking about going solar, you got to call Tom. Don't forget.
Hey, Tommy.
Yes, you can go right to our website, click on him, and you can actually know more about solar and reduce your footprint. I think there's a lot to be said for that.
Yeah.
And so check out a lot of different things that are happening. Please go ahead and know that we are here for you. We're here to promote you, support you. And if you are a nonprofit, we are also looking to always support a nonprofit once a month. We actually had last month One Pulse, which was a great,
great show.
organization. It was a good show. They're an organization that supports and concentrates educating those based on an incident that took place in Orlando.
Pulse nightclub, yep.
Pulse nightclub, a tragic event. And
It was a
they've
tragic
turned it
event.
around.
Yeah, but what they've done with the
Yeah,
the
they
whole-
took tragedy and made it into a strategy.
Right.
They made it into.
that rhymed.
Yes,
Yeah,
I know.
yeah,
I
you're
just
poet,
coined
you
that.
didn't know it.
She's a rapper.
I just coined that.
Label.
All right. So they
White
made it.
rapper, blazing again.
That strategy turns.
The story's incredible.
It's the message is just fantastic. So once again, everyone, if you want to know more about
Just
Pulse
watched
One,
last week's show, yeah.
last week's show is a great show. So anyway, I want to say that we've been spending a lot of time together trying
Yes.
to figure out what is going on and making our show be even. The reach is amazing.
We need to do a show of us working during the week.
Oh God!
Oh, no.
I
Yeah,
mean,
behind the
oh
scenes
my.
show would be
The
definitely
behind
more
the scenes,
popular
yeah.
than,
You know,
Well, it can't be on the air. I mean, like
I
on
was
the
gonna say,
radio.
it can't be on this
Can't be on
show.
the radio. This
it
would
could
have
be
to
on the podcast.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yes.
It'd have to be on a private platform.
I mean, just have a
because-
camera following us around. It's
Yeah.
hysterical.
Yeah. So I actually can say that I actually had a very nice week as well. I got time to spend getting to know someone, and it was a really nice
Who's that?
thing. I'm not saying anything. I plead the
Is it
fifth.
date
you
night?
know.
Good thing we got our dating therapist here.
Yeah, the dating therapist is here, but I'm actually moving. So I got to tell you something.
Where you
The
going?
moving.
What the heck? This is our last show, ladies and gentlemen. We didn't know anything about it.
It was
Close
fun.
the shop. Good
Where you
night.
going?
Where you moving?
I didn't know that.
I'm sharing it, and the reason why I'm sharing it is because it is one of the most stressful things I'm going through. But here's the thing, you could be a lot more stressful. The house that I'm in, I actually happen to own the house next door, and I decided to sell where I was and move into the house next door. So
Oh, you made it sound like you're moving across town. You're moving like 20 feet.
That's what it
next door.
sounded like.
Listen to this.
I thought she was moving to another state or something.
You're gonna rent the truck to,
I'm
Am I
moving
right?
next door.
Well, you know what? I think I've done maybe at least 10 miles so far, walking everything there and back. So,
You sell the house that you're moving out of?
yeah.
You know what they say? They say that the three most stressful things in a person's life is death, divorce, and moving. In that order.
Death, divorce.
Death, divorce, and moving. In that order is the three most stressful things that you can experience in your life.
I could add one to that.
I could add
Yeah.
several, but
Well, moving definitely is stressful.
Yeah.
And I'm walking around as I'm speaking to friends and people that are, catching up with me. I'm like, I just can't believe that one little person can accumulate so much junk.
Oh, your little tchotchkes. I'm sure you got
The
a whole
tchot-
house full of
listen
stuff
to
that
me.
needs to be dusted
I actually
and little
found-
squirrels and monkeys.
Monkeys.
God knows what
No
goes in
monkeys,
your-
We
plastic
got-
ones,
we
but no
got-
real ones.
We got Jonathan Vargas giving us a
Jonathan
shout out.
Vargas.
Quick, carry these boxes. Is that what you did? Is that what the hell I did?
Johnny, say hi to Johnny.
Jonathan Vargas is listening in while he's stuck in traffic.
Yeah.
And he's the director that we had on that directed Negativity, and we have
He
one
was
of
our
the
guest a
actresses
couple
from
weeks
there.
ago.
Yep.
Yep.
Good to hear
Shout
from
out to
you.
John.
So wait, I need to know if anyone out there has this problem. So I'm cleaning, and I came to realize I have approximately 18 flower vases.
Are you a hoarder?
No.
A what?
A hoarder.
How dare you talk to your co-host like that? A hoarder.
A hoarder.
I'm not a. Oh, jeez. No, I mean, over a period of 5 years, from, holidays, people bringing flowers over or something along those lines. I hardly get flowers. No, seriously, I haven't. Flowers from men, I never get. I have not.
Now that she said that, everybody's gonna start sending to her.
Forget about it.
Flowers is too cheap. I couldn't possibly. Flowers die. I'm looking for like jewelry or.
Here we go.
Look, a skull,
Flowers don't cost enough.
She already checked all the guys. Whatever you do, don't buy me any flowers.
No.
Did I send
Anyway,
a text to you? I'm so sorry. She sent out random texts. Don't buy me flowers.
back on point. So I actually have all those vases, and I'm like, now I'm gonna Google what do I do with them all.
Throw them away.
No, I feel horrible throwing them away because they're usable.
These are for little fish bowls.
Donate them to one of
Throw
those
some goldfish in.
Habitat for
I'm
Humanity.
gonna
or
have a
something.
yard sale. But anyway, again,
You're gonna
moving,
have a yard sale?
I'm gonna have a yard sale.
We gotta film that.
We gotta film that. I gotta be there.
Yo, put a bathing suit on and have a yard sale, and then here we come with the film crew.
Put you on
There
with a
went the
hard hat.
neighborhood. Thank God she's moving. She's moving next door. Thank God she's moving.
Yes, my neighbors are very nosy. They're like, I
Or
don't
when we go
understand.
to sell your house, why don't we just put you on your new lawn, put you right on the front lawn, that'll definitely sell. Harold, we're not buying this, but the neighborhood looks lovely.
Well, anyway, that's my story. Moving has been very, very stressful.
When are you gonna be moved in, you think?
Officially, I'll be in there at some point in the month of March. But it's, again, I can't believe that me, this one little person, can have that much junk.
You got your brother. He's a big dude.
Well, he didn't live with me during this 5
he's helping
years.
you.
He's helping me move. Yes, it is. But,
Okay.
you know.
You got Vinny Boombats.
So everybody go to your house with a dolly.
Yes, exactly.
She's hinting that we have to help her, guys.
The work is almost done.
If she
Anyway.
could call up all of her ex-boyfriends, that house would be moved in absolutely 2 seconds. I'll tell you,
Aw.
right now, the whole herd of men would come in, ready to the bus would pull up.
Oh,
and-
Nico, you are
What?
so wrong. You're so
That's the bus
wrong.
of fellas that just come in, just like, shh, shh, shh. All right, how about the guys that want to date you? Then we'll get that house cleaned out real quick. If we did a raffle that they gotta
back to
help
the
you
raffle.
move.
Part of the raffle.
Oh my gosh. Listen, if you want to be part of this conversation as they're pimping me out, it's 888-994.
HelpDeniseMove.com. Check us out.
Raffling off, not pimping.
4995 Studio A. They're pimping me out. I can't believe this. They sold me out, these three guys. Unbelievable. Anywho, moving on. Did you know that today is actually National Cold Cuts Day?
No what?
Hey,
Actually,
make me a
Cold
sandwich.
Cuts Day.
A
National
little
Cold
gabagool,
Cuts Day.
You know what I mean?
Little Italian combo.
Yeah, a little something. The bread better be fresh.
I hate when people call it lunch meat. It's cold cuts.
That's an American
I have a
thing. That's
sandwich.
an American thing.
What the hell
Lunch
is
meat.
lunch meat.
I call it lunch meat.
You
I ain't
call
gonna
it
lie,
lunch
I do.
meat?
I call
you're
it lunch
from
meat. Get some
Chicago.
lunch
What's wrong
meat.
with you?
I'm from Chicago. We call it lunch meat. We can
Oh my
simplify
God.
things.
What,
Yeah,
just eat
he
it
drinks
at
soda.
lunch?
He probably calls
Yeah,
it
it's
pop.
weird. When else do you eat it?
There you go.
Lunch
There's
meat.
an Italian combo
Huh, you
right
drink
there. I don't
soda,
know
you
what
call
that
it
stuff
pop?
on top is.
Good
sure Vinny
grief. What's
does, you know
that
what I
white
mean?
stuff?
I don't know.
Wow.
I know
going
it's
on there?
salami and ham, but I don't know what that other crap
I put
is.
that on I put the pepperoni on pizza.
Sopressata, it looks like.
Oh, I don't know. Anyway, so today is National Cold Cuts Day. and
Where
I
do you
just
get
thought-
this? Where do you find out this stuff?
It's a national information show. She Googles it.
Dude.
She's like, here, let me see how smart I am. Oh, it's just useless information.
And we got this little board up here.
We got
that
the
pops
most
stuff up
delicious
to it.
pineapple Joe over here on the pizza.
Oh,
Pineapple
don't
and
even
Oh,
start.
Hawaiian.
so speaking about pizza and pineapples, we're going to have a real quick, brief discussion here.
Uh-oh.
For those of you that are listening, I love pizza. It's very well known. I do love meatballs as well. So, with that said, we've been ordering, and we had 2 incidences, or actually, I had 2. One is pineapple on pizza. That's a no-go for me. That's a non-negotiable. Do we agree?
It's
I
a
agree.
no-go.
I agree. It's a no-go.
It's a no-go for me. What do you think, Nico?
Well, to be honest with you guys, actually, the last time it came, you guys were complaining so bad that I couldn't stop eating it. You know what I mean? I was like, this is ridiculous. The nerve of these people. I cannot believe
But
it.
I got offended when I saw that.
No, he
pizza.
got, bro, you wanted to punch me in the face. I swear to God, I wish I had it on video. That's what I'm trying to say. Behind the scenes is it. When I lifted that and I said, Joe, look at this pizza, you went off, bro. You went off like somebody disrespected your wife. You were like, what? What they do to a perfectly good piece of pizza? I swear to God, I'm a mother's eyes.
No, you're right.
Why is there fruit on the pizza? I'm like, Joe, I didn't make the pizza. He said, Nico, I swear to God, I'm going to slap you in the face right now. Why
The
is
Bronx,
there
New
pizza
York
in
came out of Joe in a
Joe, I
way.
started sweating. I got all upset. I didn't make the pizza, bro. Kenny delivered it.
It was like, don't kill the messenger. When I tell you, it was funny because I was watching the whole thing unfold. Joe got so upset, he looked at Nico like Nico did it.
You disrespected the pizza, I swear to
Why
God.
would you do that?
Why'd you do that?
Okay, hold on. Okay. I'm sorry, folks. I have to breathe. I hope that you have to breathe too, listening to Nico and going off on the pizza tangent. But I also had a most recent experience, and I went to my TV husband here. I said, "Have you ever had raisins and meatballs?"
I don't even like raisins.
No.
I almost passed
Whoever
out when
did
I heard
that,
that
you did, to
one.
be honest with you, just hold it. Just big sweetheart, hold on for one moment, just get up and friggin' leave.
But
Just
it's-
leave. Just
Yeah,
leave.
I'd be
Honest,
mad.
I swear
But
to
you
God,
know-
whoever that is, I
Wait,
couldn't
we
possibly.
asked the guy.
I've heard of an
Remember?
egg and meatloaf.
Oh, look, this is
An
good.
egg and meatloaf, I've heard of. Raisins and meatloaf. There. There's Joe with the pineapple there. Eat it. Eat it, Joe. I swear to God, eat it. Look at him.
Oh, for those of you that are actually driving, they can't see. Once again, I really cannot encourage you enough if you have an opportunity to watch.
That was a good
show.
one,
This
guys.
show is the best.
Oh God, just what goes on here. But yes, going back, Nico, hold your tongue for a second.
Okay.
We actually I did for the first time. I had a very, very lovely family dinner on Sunday, and was invited to experience meatballs with raisins. And I tell you, at first I didn't want to share that I really had to push myself to the next level, and it was really good. I really enjoyed it. Thanks to Cousin Vinny.
So
it
you
was
had-
really nice.
So you had your entree and your dessert all in one.
Okay.
Nope.
That
It's a
happened.
nope from me.
But then we asked
We
the guy, the waiter there.
No, not at Cousin Vinny's house. There was no waiter there.
No, at the
we went
place
to a
where-
restaurant.
Yeah, actually the manager, we asked him, "You ever hear about meatballs or meatballs with raisins?" He goes, "Yeah, it's a Sicilian thing." I said, "Oh, well, that's Sicilian. That's not Italian."
That means that right now someone's going to be taken out by the time he goes to the
Listen,
to get his car.
Then he told me that they make them with the nuts too.
Pinoli nuts.
Pinoli nuts. So
Pinoli nuts.
I'm allergic to them, so I can't touch that.
Yeah. So
It's
anyway,
a COVID thing.
he was a good.
You're bored. What are you gonna do? Hey, put raisins in there. Hey, I'm gonna do to piss mom off. What are you gonna do to piss mom off? Put raisins in the meatballs. That should upset her pretty good. You know what I mean? Throw some
That should get
raisins
Grandpa
in there.
pissed off.
That should work, right? Your mother would be pissed.
Oh
Put
man.
pineapple on a pizza. You went crazy. Bro, so.
Okay, so with that, actually, it's not a foreign thought whatsoever. It's actually.
Yeah, we looked it up. It's pretty
We
popular.
did. It's very popular, and does it make the meatball sweet? Yeah, it does.
You
but
tried
it's
it.
really
It's
good.
good.
I tried it.
I think raisins are gross. They're like shriveled up grapes or something, and I just.
Vinny,
find
bring
them
us some.
disgusting.
Next week.
No nuts.
No nuts.
No nuts.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not trying.
Vinny's
We'll
gonna
get
bring
Vinny on
some.
the show next week.
I'm not eating it.
He's like,
I'll eat it. I'll eat
It's probably
anything.
good. Kenny, you ate like your caviar last week.
I did.
Yeah, you were deep throwing the caviar all night.
I was.
What caviar? Where?
The caviar, the lady brought in
the
some
queen caviar.
Oh, remember that. So was I. That was pretty good.
Yeah, it's craziness.
It tastes
I
like
didn't
butter.
eat it.
butter. Oh, it did
That
taste
was
like
good
butter.
caviar,
It
yeah.
was very good caviar. And this
I mean,
one's
I have
struggling
nothing
with
to compare
raisins
it
and.
to. The first time I had a little bit of it, the first, like, lick, I guess.
First bump. The first bump.
Yeah, it was a bump.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so the first bump, it was like sweet, and then the second bump, it tastes like butter.
Yeah,
like
she's like,
popcorn.
put it on your hand right here.
But
Yeah.
it tastes like movie popcorn. You know what I mean? Like
That's
that.
good.
butter.
Welcome to Boca Raton and our gated community, people. Take the caviar, tastes like a bump of.
So actually, that show was with Susan Smallwood from Grandiose
Yes.
Events, and she has her own caviar line, and it's actually very, very good. We need to encourage. It was delicious, actually, and that's again Susan Smallwood. Good job. I mean, that stuff is really
I
good.
didn't eat it.
I mean, I can't believe how these weeks, how fast they're going.
Yes.
I know.
So
Except
anyway,
this year. This week dragged. This week dragged.
well,
Yeah.
you tried moving. It did. For me, it
Glad
dragged.
it's Friday.
No, what fast?
Yeah, it was a very long week. But anyway, anywho, moving on. Monday, I think, is an important day. If anyone's planning to
Which
do
Monday?
this, Monday is National Unplugging Day.
What?
Yeah,
Unplugging Day?
Unplugging Day.
What if somebody's on life
Take your
support?
minds out of the gutter
What
right
if
now.
somebody's on life support?
Okay.
That's where it started.
I didn't even think about that. Oh my God, that's terrible. Shh,
That's where
we're
it
live.
started.
Well, you said National Unplugged Day. I guess they make some
it actually
exceptions.
is referencing. It's a reference.
The whole floor, someone's planning by the thing like.
And this is what I work with, everybody. People that want to kill other people. Oh my goodness. So no, National Unplugging Day is tied into doing nothing on social media. So
I
you
get it.
shut down your social media
Let's see how that,
page.
let's see
or,
how
you
that
know,
Oh, I
works.
thought it was like one of Joe's cousins on life support. I had to go over there and unplug. You know what I mean? That's
No,
why you gotta
there is
be-
no life
you gotta be
support
perfectly
unplugging.
clear.
The social media, let's see how that works.
I thought Tom from Solar was like, unplug, go solar.
Yeah.
I
There
didn't know
you
what
go.
was going on here.
That's
Yes.
a good marketing campaign.
It is.
It's actually a very good one. But to that point, though, clearly a disclosure, we are not recommending that you pull anyone's life support plug out whatsoever. However, wait, you just never know. Somebody may be listening and thinking that's what it means. However, it's going to mean that you can just shut down your social media, go free for 24 hours.
Can't do it.
Can't do it. Can't do what? Pull the plug?
No.
No, he likes to complain on there. I hate everybody. Look at me. Everybody brought in hell. It's Monday. It's the next day after Monday. It's the third day. I hate everybody, Joe.
It's so true.
That's his social media.
That's
Come
right.
Oh,
It's so
goodness.
depressing. He wants
It's-
to kill everybody
it's-
but himself.
No, you know what? Sometimes he posts like these really funny things and then these really angry things. And it's
No,
like,
he's angry,
wow.
bro. It's-
Like the
it's like 6 in the
bipolarism
morning,
is
he's
real. I
yelling.
love
That's
this
it.
guy.
Oh my God.
That's it.
For those of you that are listening and are not following us, you can indeed follow us on Facebook, which is Power Up Radio, the 6th Borough, and on Instagram, it's the 6th Borough. You have to follow us so you can see what content we're coming up with and just watch what's going on.
Well,
so we want to see you follow us and we'll
Just-
engage with you.
Just for that comment, I'm going to
Yes.
put up a post tonight, just for that.
See that?
Just for that comment.
Just for
You
that.
can have one made. I hate Nico.
Yeah, I was gonna say title it. I hate Nico.
Well,
Stand
there-
in line, buddy.
Nope,
Stand
no
in line.
unplugging, sorry.
No.
Nope.
Wendy, that's cool. No
Oh,
unplugging.
well, I just thought knowing these things are pretty cool and fun to be able to talk about. Just that if you are an Oreo cookie fan, there is a national day for that too. And
What?
that's,
Cookie?
yeah, March 6th,
day is
National
that?
Oreo
March
Cookie
every day should be an Oreo cookie. The new little thin ones, and I was like, oh, what's
No,
this
I'm not with the
about?
thin ones.
No, dude. No, I just
No.
had a little one. I thought, no, everything's gonna be okay. It was not okay. I ate like the first 2 friggin' rows. and I'm like,
Yes.
what's going on?
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, this
You didn't
how
feel,
they
you felt
trick
half
you.
as guilty.
No, I'm telling you. And I was like, I'm gonna get a belly, and I was like, oh. I swear to God, but I eat the whole thing. I can't stop. I don't know
Yeah.
what that is. I
Well,
just thought maybe because they were thin, and then the double stuffs is too much. It's like,
Yeah.
who's that sailor? You know, too much of the double.
jeez.
What?
Okay. All right. So, with that said, we're going to go on and move into who our lineup is today. We actually have, it's ladies' night, so we have 3 guests that are women that are going to be with us. And our first one is going to be introduced by Kenny, and then we're going to move on to our second, and our final one is going to be here with us for the 7:30 hour. So, Kenny, over to you.
All right, so really excited to announce who we have on, Diana Garley. It's very cool because I got to play her older brother in the movie Negativity. And she's actually the star of the movie 9 Windows, which was written and directed by Lou Simon, the female director.
Oh, there it is.
And it's really cool because, as you guys know, I have my YouTube channel called Chopping It Up, and they use that in the film. So Diana actually watches my YouTube channel in the film. And so it's the 2 movies that we've been in together, that we've interacted in some way together, but we're never in the same room.
That's amazing.
So welcome to the show, Diana.
Welcome.
Thanks, guys.
Welcome,
Thanks for having
welcome.
me. I'm
There's
so
that
excited
beautiful
to be here.
smile.
No, I think it's super funny, Kenny, because we met at the premiere of Negativity, but we
Yes.
had never seen each other before.
Yep.
And in both of the movies, never in the same room. Never in the same room. But we spoke to each other both times.
That must happen a lot. And just making in production, that must happen a lot, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, with Negativity in particular, it happened right in the height of COVID. So, you know, we were being very, very careful. And our director, Jonathan, who was here a couple weeks ago, he was so great in making sure that we both felt comfortable with it. And it was really awesome to see the final product and be like, you're my brother. So, yeah.
It was really cool because after we were talking about it before the show, how well it came out. That it really looked like we were speaking to each other in the film, and we weren't. And it was like, wow. And I mean, she puts on such a performance in that the director and writer of 9 Windows, Lou Simon, actually reached out to John and was like, who was that? And that's how she got the part in 9 Windows, correct?
Yeah,
That's you?
that's me.
Wow.
I know. Lou happened to be at Negativity at the premiere, and it's really funny because there's actually a picture with me and Lou and Jonathan, and I had no idea who Lou was. It was just like some lady that was taking a picture with me. And Jonathan, months later, after we'd already wrapped 9 Windows, was like, oh my goodness, look. There's like a photo of the 3 of us when we had no idea that I was going to be doing 9 Windows. But yeah, and it was really great because she reached out to me, I think 2 weeks after the premiere, and she had me, go through the whole thing. We did an audition and everything, and then it was quick. It was like 3 weeks later, we were on set in Orlando in Full Sail Studios, and we shot the whole thing using an Unreal Engine set. So everything was...
So, is that what role did you play specifically? What a character?
So 9 Windows is basically a modern retelling of Alfred Hitchcock's Rear Window. So it has a nice spin on it. And I play Liza, who is a character who goes through a traumatic accident and kind of goes through a big depression, isolates herself, and in that falls in love with the online streaming community.
Wow,
And
I like
yeah,
that.
and she becomes obsessed with being on this like webcam world and discovers a murderer along the way. And in that, she tries to figure out who it is, and she's always wanted to be someone who finds the bad guys, and so it's kind of her shot to figure it out. And it's a fun thriller, and it's a really, really good time. But the coolest thing is that it is all shot in an Unreal Engine set, which is really awesome because it is a very controlled environment. It is a set that no matter where you are, you can be using everything at the same time. So you can...
Hold
we
on.
gotta go to
Finish that
commercial.
thought. We got to run the commercial real quick.
run-
Hold that thought.
We'll be back in just a few minutes. The 6th Borough.
WWNN AM Pompano Beach. WIRK HD3 Indiantown. Programming paid for by Vic Canales Media Group. Broadcasting live from the Robe Studio. Injured recently? Call the Robes Law Group, where winning is a habit. 561-570-5700. 561-570-5700. Robes, winning for you and our community. This is the one and only. Follow Oldies on social media. See what's happening in the community. Have a laugh with some funny memes. And keep in touch with other good time oldies lovers. Facebook and Instagram at True Oldies FLA. That's at True Oldies FLA. After our previous all-time record-breaking attendance concert, we're back. This time with a Motown tribute. The True Oldies Channel and Palm Beach County Parks and Recreation present the last show of the Carlin Park After Dark concert series. And we've left the best for last. On Saturday, April 8th, come see one of the most exciting and vibrant shows yet with Legends of Motown with the Crush Party Band. Get ready to dance the night away to some of the greatest Motown hits of all time. The Crush Party Band's Legends of Motown will take you on a trip through some of the greatest songs of the 60s and 70s. This free show is open to the public, but VIP pod seating is also available for purchase at TrueOldiesFLA.com. Don't be left out. It's the grand finale of the Carlin Park After Dark concert series. Saturday, April 8th at the Seabreeze Amphitheater in Jupiter, 750 South State Route A1A. Brought to you by Margaritaville at Sea, Sloman's 1-800-ALARM-ME, the Robes Law Group, the Jupiter Joe Money Show, online at JupiterJoe.com, and the True Oldies Channel. For more information or VIP seating, visit TrueOldiesFLA.com.
RD Promo is the premier source of unique and captivating promotional products. Whether you need gifts for trade shows, corporate giveaways, holidays, or something in between, RD Promo is committed to the best services and products for our clients. Our expert account representatives are committed to your satisfaction and are prepared to help you find the promotional bags, gift items, and products you need. Our compelling corporate gifts meet high-quality standards and are designed to work for every budget. RD Promo makes promoting your business affordable, efficient, and fun. We work with high-end clients, advertising, and marketing firms alike to craft successful marketing campaigns for brands. Small businesses, major corporations, and multinational Fortune 500 companies have trusted us for their promotional product needs. Call 1-855-915-7377 or visit our website at rdpromo.com.
The Hideaway of Palm Beach. Free food all night from our gourmet kitchen. Drink and dance specials all night. Exclusive private VIP rooms. Top shelf bottle specials. The Hideaway Palm Beach. Come meet our top-notch bartenders and servers. And of course, the most beautiful entertainers in Palm Beach. The Hideaway. Palm Beach's hidden gem. The secret is out. The Hideaway Palm Beach. Located at 1152 Old Okeechobee Road, West Palm Beach. Open 4 p.m. to 5 a.m. 7 days a week. The Hideaway of Palm Beach.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the 6th Borough. Take it away, Mag Chop Kenny.
All right, so those of you tuning back in with us, we were talking to Diana Garley, and she was telling us a little bit about how she got this. She was in a film called Nine Windows, and the entire film, you said, was filmed basically in front of green screen. Let's talk about that. Let's go.
Yeah, it's an Unreal Engine set. So basically, the whole set is this big TV screen, and the whole thing kind of moves along with the camera. The camera and the TV screen are synced together, so it was really interesting because I grew up doing a lot of theater. So for me, I was very used to a 2D kind of backdrop, but it was not the conventional full set kind of style. Everything that you see behind me in either the trailer or in the film, everything was basically projected onto a screen, while just the props were the only thing that were physically there.
Oh,
So that was really, really, really interesting. And because of that, it made it very much a controlled environment. So shows like The Mandalorian tend to use this as well, because you can use this technology to be able to place an actor anywhere you want him to be.
I find that amazing. I'm going to pause right there.
Yeah.
You said a couple of things that were very amazing to me, and it is the sign of the times, clearly, right, where you actually go ahead and we don't realize it as the viewer that this is all happening exactly how you just mentioned, and we're getting this most magnificent piece of work that brings your imagination, but it's really just all an illusion
Yeah.
brought to a storyline. I find that incredible in the industry.
It's really great, and I think for me as an actor, I found it amazing because a lot of the times when you're shooting on location or something, you have to depend on the light, on the weather. Anything can come into factor with that. And in this, it was like, you know, we have a hard start at 9 and we have a hard end at 5. So it was a nice way to have a 9 to 5 job as an actor while filming a movie, which is kind of unheard of.
Wow.
Never
Yeah,
happens.
it was incredible.
14-hour days.
No,
at
this
least.
role that you played, you're in a wheelchair.
Yes.
So what kind of preparation did you get yourself into to be in a wheelchair? Obviously, you didn't do much wheeling around because of the way you're explaining it, but tell me a little bit about
I
that.
actually did. So the set was, you know, as big as maybe a big warehouse. So I was still able to wheel around. But actually, the moment that I got cast, Lou was like, "I have the wheelchair for you if you want to have it until you go on set." And I think it was like 3 weeks till I got on set. So I picked up the wheelchair, I think the next day. And then learning my lines, and anytime I was at home, I just sat on the wheelchair and I tried to maneuver it, especially because I knew that, you know, anytime you're on a set, there's, you know, wires and stuff, and I was like, I need to be able to move this and to feel like I am this character who lost her mobility in her legs temporarily. She eventually, at the end of the movie, is able to walk again. The character goes through a car accident, and she loses sensation on one of her sides, so she's not able to walk. So I wanted to be able to portray that accurately. And so I spent a lot of time, me and that wheelchair became very good friends.
So there was also something that you shared about this movie. First of all, if anyone wants to see the movie, where can they go?
So don't know if my producers are watching it. So it's going to be released sometime this year, and it is going to be released on a major streaming platform.
Okay.
You will see things all over the news about it, I promise, but I can't say too much about it just yet.
Well, you guys were already featured on the Los Angeles news.
Yes.
A couple months ago, a month ago or something like that.
Yeah.
They actually played previews and everything. They talked about. I think William Forsythe was on that. Or was
He's
the other
one of the
guy's
characters.
Michael
He plays a role, William Forsythe, right?
Yeah, so the key characters we have William Forsythe, who plays a detective, as well as Michael Pare, who is also a producer, and Chris Milans, who plays my love interest and my therapist, and as well as Dana, who's going to be coming on the show later as my boss Tamsin. It's a great, wonderful cast, and everybody just does such an amazing job. And the idea that we were able to get a feature-length film. This is actually the first feature film that is being shot on this Unreal Engine set.
Oh, wow.
It's making history, so it's really cool. And to think that we were able to do this in such a small amount of time on this crazy cool set is, it's historic. It's really awesome.
Was this your first main role as main character?
No, but it had been a very long time since I'd done
Right.
a feature film and a lead in a feature film. This one definitely, I think, took a lot more preparation on my end. I've grown up doing I grew up doing a lot of Spanish soap operas and things in Spanish, and then I did a couple of Hallmark films. But then this one, it being a thriller and it dealing with the topics of my character deals with depression and how to deal with loss and stuff, that
That's
I
interesting.
really had to dive into this. So it was definitely one that I had to do a lot more prep than I normally have to do. So
Now, where are you from originally?
I was born in Mexico, and but I came here. I grew up in Hialeah, the 305 in Hialeah. I'm a little
Which is
Hialeah
the
girl.
American Mexico, if I may.
I mean,
No, that's like America's Cuba.
Cuba.
Cuba,
I
my bad.
always
Cuba.
I para mí so no habla nada. I don't know. They're all brown to me. I'll tell you that. But
Nico's
nonetheless,
like, no Nintendo.
I know that my joke was not authentic because I'm not one of you, but you guys know exactly what I'm saying.
yeah. I mean,
Don't know.
I always say I'm Cuban by association just because I grew up in Hialeah. But yeah, I grew up down here in South Florida, so I'm a South Florida gal. And though now I do a lot of stuff in LA and in Atlanta, and I'm kind of multi-coastal, I spend the majority of my time down here. I live in Hollywood, Florida now. So.
Oh, nice.
Are you
Yeah.
casting a
Dana now.
lot because you're a Latina? Because you habla español?
You know,
Bilingual?
that's
and bring Dana.
being bilingual helps a lot. But to be honest, I tend to book a lot of things that have nothing to do with me being Latina, which is really
But
interesting.
It's good for a good backup, though, just in case. Everybody speaks Spanish, you're like,
Yeah.
You
Especially
got
for
that
those
card.
commercials.
Gotta have that card ready,
Yeah.
Kenny gets a lot of acting gigs because he's bisexual, ironically, so that works out a lot.
Bipolar.
Bipolar.
It was a
Everything's
bi.
bi.
I know
You
you
just
got a lot
put
of
bi in front of
I know
anything
you got
and
a
it
lot of
works.
gigs like you act a lot in like prisons and stuff like that. So you're bi something. I have no idea.
You know, I have to say, this is the one show, just so that you get familiar with what we're doing and spreading the news, this is the show that is bringing you back in time, like was shared by Joe earlier. But we are the cutting edge. We are a cutting edge Friday night show. So you got to stay tuning in because you just never know what's going to come out one of our mouths.
Freddie, our producer, ages 10 years every week.
Every week.
Every week.
Yes. Yeah, and I get
Just so
older
you
every
know,
day.
during the production meetings, Joe, Nico, and I always try to figure out ways to drive Freddie nuts.
And me. Hold on. And me.
Oh, no, well,
Don't
that's
exclude
a
me.
given. Our
No,
job
we
is to
don't-
drive you nuts.
Well, all right, going back to, I digress. I'm sorry.
Let's go back to the
No,
movies.
I'm all about this.
The spontaneity is just great.
So one of the awesome people we have also in the studio today has been at the studio several times, but we finally get to have a conversation with her. I have got the joy of being in a movie with her called Friend Draft, and she is in 9 Windows. She plays Diana's boss. Let's welcome Dana.
Dana.
Hey there.
There she is. Let's see if we can get Dana on
How you
there.
doing, Dana?
Nope.
Well, I gotta give you some kind of excitement. There we go. Oh, we got a twerking contest coming up. What the heck's going on here?
hold on. Let's just
What
play
is
musical
going on?
chairs
Just
for
like
like a
stand up
sec.
and talking to the mic.
All right, you're there.
You don't have to twerk about it. I'll tell you.
Just trying to entertain you.
Yeah, the girl, do whatever you gotta do.
We just did a swapping of chairs.
Swapping
Dana,
something. I didn't know.
welcome to the show. I actually know Dana by accident. Do I know her?
That's right.
You crashed into her?
She follows me on social media.
Yeah. No, we actually shot a commercial.
Yes.
Unknowingly, we were in the same. We did see each other. We were in separate
no way.
places.
Right,
Yeah, we
we
shot a
did, we
commercial
did.
together.
Same thing as like him. And
Yeah, we.
Yeah.
I remember seeing you. I don't know if she remembers seeing
Yes,
me,
I do.
but
Oh,
it was.
how can you not remember you? Oh, my
Oh,
goodness.
thank you. It was for a eye cream or
Yes,
eye
like
serum.
yes,
It's an eye
exactly.
serum.
Anti-aging. You know, we're trying to keep our
Yes.
29-year-old self keeping up there.
Absolutely.
That's
Yes,
right.
Actually, that commercial went a long way.
It
And-
did.
Both you guys get the gig? You both were on it?
Yeah.
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 I mean,
yeah, they
we
actually
were on.
showed it on QVC and a whole bunch
Why
of
you
other
sound
places.
so surprised?
No, I'm just
Nico?
wondering if the anti-aging
You both got
thing,
it?
Did the anti-aging thing work? Like, what was it made of?
Look at us. Just look at us.
Mosquito venom? Like, what the hell is
Yes,
it?
it did work. We just couldn't be disclosure. It does work.
That's
Anyway,
true.
Dana, good to see you. I'm so
Good to
happy
see
that
you
you're here.
too. I love spending time with you guys. This is the best place to be on a Friday night. That's
You
for
know
sure.
the sexiest place to be. Remember that between
Also.
6:30 and 8:30. Give us a call.
Yes, we're just full of all kinds of inspiration and motivation on Friday nights.
Mainly shenanigans, but nonetheless.
Usually.
whatever we like.
Whatever we call it.
So
We
Dana,
haven't
tell
any callers in. We definitely need some callers. Whoever's watching
we
this
do.
Yes,
right
I'm
we
now.
need to
looking-
get
We
some
need you to
callers.
call us. These
I'm
young ladies
getting
have
lonely
questions.
over here. I'm looking
Give
at
us
the
a
board.
ring.
Nobody's
Ask them,
calling.
you know,
Give us
how
a
did
ring.
they
Oh, wait,
start?
the plug
Why
is
did they
out.
become actresses? That's what I want to know.
Unplugged.
And
The
one
plug is
said,
not
I'm a
in for the
wife.
phone.
I'm an actress every
Definitely
day.
not for the money.
Yeah.
No.
So Dana, tell us about your role in the movie that we've just been talking about called Nine
Right.
Windows.
So in 9 Windows, I actually play Diana's boss. Tamsin is the name of my character, and she is just kind of an empathetic to the situation that Diana's character is going through, having just had an accident, and I don't know how much I can give away, but you know, the parent.
We also were never in the same room.
No,
together.
we were not. We were not. I think I filmed right in the beginning when we were first starting. I don't know how long the filming process went because you were there
3.5
a lot.
weeks, Yeah.
I have a much smaller role than Diana, so I was just there for a day. We filmed a couple scenes, but it was really fascinating to be on that screen that Diana was talking about. It's just this gigantic room with this back. It's almost like you're in an IMAX theater. That's what it kind of reminded me of, right? A little bit. And just they can just change the background and
Was it green screen or was it?
no, it's not a
I don't
green
think it has
screen.
to
It's
be
like a
green screen
big
anymore.
LED screen.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's just
Was
it's
the-
amazing.
Was there coping on the walls, like where it wasn't an edge like a normal wall? Was it
No,
like
it was
blended? Yeah,
curved,
coped.
yeah.
man, that's.
It was
that's
fascinating
so-
and giant.
I gotta
huge.
ask because there's a scene that I saw where you're sitting there and it looks like a truck is coming right at you.
Yeah.
That was all on. So you actually saw the truck coming at you?
I did, and actually that took a little bit longer than all the other takes because I kept on getting scared that it was going to hit me.
It was that live?
Oh,
Wow.
wow. I thought it was edited in later.
No. We were actually in a car, and the whole someone in pre-production had used a camera and gone through all of this. Was shot in Orlando, so they'd gone through the streets of Orlando. So the streets of Orlando were being shown, and then they showed this car coming straight towards our car, and every single time it felt like we were about to get hit. And
Wow.
so Lou was always like, you can't flinch. You can't know it's coming. I'm like, but I know it's coming.
I remember that scene because that was actually the original scene that I auditioned for with Lou. That was my audition scene. Originally, I was supposed to play the mother, but I wasn't old enough. Thank you, Lou, for that,
no.
for changing my character around.
It was the eye serum.
It was
the
that
eye
cream.
serum.
It was right after that cream, and Lou, the director, was like, "Oh no, this doesn't work anymore. You just lost 20 years." So, but I remember that scene. It was a fantastic scene.
Yeah,
Really.
yeah.
And when that happens, when you do make a mistake when you're filming a movie, there's obviously hands, other people in the room or what have you, and you keep making that mistake. After like the third or fourth time, how do you feel about it? Or like what happens? Like
I mean,
in
let's be
regards to,
real.
let's
It
say,
doesn't
I'm
get to
not
the
an actor,
third
so
or
I don't
fourth
know.
time for me.
She's good.
No, but
she's
I'm just
really,
like, well,
she's
no,
really
You know what I
know,
mean? Like after a while, where are you like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm ruining this whole show? Like
I
what's
mean,
going on?
it's-
All these people are looking at me.
It's hard, but what people don't realize about show business is that even now in the digital age where we're not using film and we're using SD cards and things, time is money, and
Yeah.
there's so many people
Right,
that are, we have to get takes in a certain amount of time.
Sure.
We have a certain amount of time to film the whole thing, and you can't be the person that's slowing everyone down.
Right, making mistakes, right?
Yeah.
But you reflect on yourself going, oh my God, like in your mind, like I gotta remember what it is, and you can't remember what it is, and then you're losing it. That's the part about
if I
acting
remember
that
that way, I
get.
don't remember
There's
anything.
That would go through my
There's
mind.
a lot of pressure.
Where I'm on
yeah.
set, and then all these people are watching me, and I need my coach or whoever it is that normally to feed me the lines. I don't have the line. They're like, dude, is Nico retarded? You know what I mean? Like that is what I'm wondering. You know what I mean? So by the fourth time, I'd be like,
No, I will say that like Lou was really a really patient director,
okay,
and
good.
she was wonderful at
No,
being
that's
able to
nice.
be like,
Amazing.
all right, get it together, but also
called
it's
himself.
okay, So it worked out. It worked out, but it really is such a like intense way to work in that space because you don't have all of the things that you would normally have on a day-to-day basis or you would have at a regular set because the majority of the set is a 2D thing behind you.
Yeah, it's
Right.
fake.
Yeah, it's
That's
fake.
pretty wild. Now,
It's
you
amazing.
think about different types of actors. There's like actors, there's theater actors, movie actors. There's what they call method actors, where I believe those are the people that they kind of need everything to be really real around them.
Yeah.
So, you gotta take your acting skills to another level to basically interact with a screen or interact with something that's not there.
use your imagination,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
a Jurassic Park
How
thing
did
where
each
there's
of
not
you-
really a T-Rex right here. I gotta,
No,
Yeah.
it's a guy with a
How
puppet.
did each of you
yeah, guy
deal
with a
with
puppet,
that?
exactly, right. Which girls, you've been scared of that before. It's like, come in the band, we got a puppet. Anyway.
How did each of you deal with that as far as like being able to stay in character with each role that you have while knowing that this is not really there? Did it eventually just become real to you?
Yeah, I think for me, I don't know about you, Dana, but like growing up doing theater, you're so used to a 2D backdrop
Right.
that just kind of you just kind of get engulfed in that world. But it is very interesting because as the camera moves, so does the projection behind you.
Yeah.
I don't know if you noticed that too.
Yeah,
So
it's like it's literally it's as real as it can be without being real.
So it's like a dimensional. It's like on Facebook. If you put it on what is it, I guess on dimensional 3D, it moves with you.
It does. It really it moves with you, and it's just it's almost like you really after a while you really feel like you're actually in that environment.
Can't wait to see it.
And then of course there's obviously the set decoration that makes it even more realistic. So
Right.
yeah,
So
by
I'm
the
gonna
end of
go
it,
back
you
to-
feel like you're in whatever that space is supposed to be.
yeah.
You said something earlier. Now, this Nine Windows, although it has an Alfred Hitchcock tone to it, if you would, right? It's a spin-off or close to that at least. But there's something more that you said that I thought was very interesting. I really said to myself, well, if you got in this role that you were engrossed in living a virtual world for the most part.
Yeah.
And I mean, how real is that in real life? That was redundant, sorry everybody. But how real is that for someone that is actually in that particular situation that before never had that connectivity?
Yeah.
So here we are today, and they can, with someone that is not able to be as mobile or as housebound or whatnot. This is a really important point that this movie is also showing. I mean, it just dawned on me that this is now a very big opportunity for those that are not as mobile, as I mentioned, to be able to be a part of the world.
Yeah.
And solve a murder on top of that.
There is a sense of connection, in the movie. She sees different people, just like in the Alfred Hitchcock film. She sees couples therapists and a yoga instructor, and of course Mag Chops, YouTube video, and so it is a way for her to still be involved in the world
In real life, yeah. I mean,
but
that's
also
exactly.
be invisible, which is something that Liza, I think, desperately needed at that moment. She had, before that car accident, she had everything going for her, and then this happened and her life just stopped. And so it was a way for her to still feel connected to the world without having to necessarily be a part of it.
But do you know how real that is?
Yeah.
I mean, take
It's
it off the
everybody-
set.
It's everybody that goes online,
Yeah.
Yeah.
basically.
On Monday, you wouldn't be able to do that because everyone's unplugging, but
No murder solving on
I need
Monday.
to set an alarm on my phone just to do that.
I guess exactly. Unplugging on Monday.
Yeah.
That means no group text?
No group-
I want to
oh, no,
I want
no,
to see
no.
this.
Okay.
No
well,
group what?
no
We have
group
no
text.
group
Some
text.
way or
Oh,
something.
no, I heard
Production
something
meeting. Perfect. Perfect.
Dana, going back to your role, you've been in so many different movies, but I'm going to ask this from you, and then Diana, maybe you can answer it also. For someone that wants to follow the path of going into acting and so on, this is here's the both. Is this the both? Oh, this is one of your roles.
Oh yeah,
Dana.
that's a film that's currently, it's called Dance for Me, and that's on the festival circuit at the moment and winning like crazy. It's a fantastic short film, and I actually I didn't win, but I was nominated for Best Supporting Actress in that movie.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
At least you're in the game, girl. That's what's up. It's
Yeah,
not about
right?
the win. It's about being in the game. Because then what if you won them all? Then you're like, I'd like to thank everybody.
I wouldn't have a trophy, enough space for all those trophies.
That's what I'm saying, girl. But at least you're in the game. And you're
Right,
recognized,
right.
so
It's
that's what's
every,
up.
yeah, I'll take it. It's a win. It's a win. But yeah, to get, so your question, Denise, is
Getting into the world of acting for yourself, and perhaps the training or the motivation behind wanting to do that. What is the advice that you would give to someone else?
Sure. Oh my gosh, so much of it is. No, this is one industry where I'm sure Diana will agree with me here. You have to almost have, you have to be able to take the rejection.
Or a
It
trust
is.
fund, right?
Or a trust fund. Yeah.
You must have a trust fund to become an actor.
No, it is like a startup of a small business. I'll give you that, because you're your own business. You're building your brand. As odd as that sounds, but you have to promote yourself. You have to train yourself. So you're finding classes, you're finding coaches, and then you have to promote yourself in whatever ways you can. Obviously, social media, word of mouth, just getting out there and meeting people. It's a full-time job. Just the back scene and keeping your materials updated and all the pages you have to have so casting can find you. But the biggest thing I had to learn, because I don't have a very strong backbone to take rejection, was dealing with the rejection.
Thick skin, yeah.
How is
do.
that?
It
You
is
get a lot of no's. That hurts.
it's tough. Thank you, Nico.
I'm just saying, because you're adorable.
I
I
know.
know how they can say no. I want to go in there and rebuttal for you. How could you possibly say no? What do you
I'm
mean?
going to bring
That's
you
what
on
breaking
all
down-
my auditions now.
Yes, you got it, girl. But yeah, no, that must be tough.
I mean, you're constantly working towards your next contract,
Right.
right? So your long-term goals are to keep your short-term goals going.
There you go. I love
And
that.
so and so there's a constant, and there's the acceptance of there will be lulls, but you just kind of have to have the patience and the will and the determination to just take every day by day and keep going and
Right.
keep auditioning and keep
And
submitting.
how do you fight past the depression, if I may? Because I'm straight, I'm good, but as soon as I get home, I'm like, what the hell is going on? I got to be out of the house. So I don't know, for everybody saying no to me as an entertainer, that would totally hurt my personality, my ego, all of it.
You
whatever
can't
may
take
be.
it personally. That's the thing
Right,
you
so
have
when
to
you guys just
remember.
like jump into another
So when
character
you get,
in your brain,
well,
to
no,
say,
what
hey, man,
happens
no,
is,
okay, Steve didn't get the job. Maybe next
right,
time.
and what happens is that you audition, right? So you say you have a part and you audition for the role of Sally in some feature and you don't get it. You have to remember the reason why you didn't get it is probably not because you didn't do well on your audition.
Yeah.
There could be a million factors that you
maybe not the
don't
right
know
character
about.
for that position.
Maybe maybe it's a family role, and maybe the other people that were cast don't look enough like you to make that work.
I mean,
Or-
maybe the person they cast didn't look young enough to be Dana's
Exactly. That's
daughter.
why, luckily, Lou Simon said, you know what, I really like you, Dana, but you're not going to work as Diana's mother, so let's find a different role for you. And so that, I was super lucky to have Lou be able to do that for me, because it doesn't normally happen
And then
that way.
whom gives you the no? So I just
You
went on
don't
the
get it.
casting thing.
You
and
do
now
not
I
get
come
it.
home,
Yeah, you
I'm
just
home.
kind of get ghosted.
You know.
It's funny
Yeah,
we're
they don't-
talking
they
about
don't-
dating
Go to
because
They don't tell you nothing.
They don't tell you. That's what I'm saying. I
Yeah.
never did it. That's what I'm saying. So nervous. So I leave, and my mother calls me. She's like, "How'd it go?" I'm like, "I don't know." I
Yeah,
didn't
you just-
think."
when
you
you
just-
go on an
you have to
audition,
move
when
on
you
the
walk out, you
second-
got to forget about
Yeah,
it.
you gotta
Yes,
forget.
as soon
But
as
who
you're done
tells
with
you
it,
no, though?
you
Is
move
what
on.
your
You
agent?
don't.
They don't.
You don't.
No.
Normally,
They don't
you
tell you
find
no.
out because somewhere on social media you see another person. Usually,
Oh, so
especially
you
in this
find out you gotta
market,
do your own
you
little
see
no? Oh,
another
that's cool. At
person
least they
that
didn't
you
call up and be
know
like, "You
in
suck."
filming the movie that posts something about it.
Yeah,
You thought,
you gotta be
okay,
thick-skinned
if I
for
didn't
that.
get that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
Yeah.
it's been very interesting hearing that, from your point of views as to the dynamic of how to promote yourself and, being on a short-term contract, seeking for the long-term contract. I like that. That was a really good takeaway. I like that. So once again, we are sitting here talking about a new movie that's going to be released at some point called 9 Windows. We are with Dana and also with Diana, who are characters in this movie. So stay tuned, everyone, for wanting to know more about them. And if you want to follow these two great ladies, and how would they follow you?
You can follow me at Diana Garley, Garle, on Instagram or Facebook or any of those fun social handles. Garley is a made-up name, so if anybody else has it, they're posers. They're not real.
They're fakes.
And for me, I'm on Instagram. It's guys, this is super, super impressive. My name, Dana_Anderwald_actor. I mean, I know, guys. It's really, it's official.
So you must be like a actor.
You would think, one would think,
That's
yeah.
good.
I thought it was creative.
Well, thank you so much, ladies, for being here with us today. We do want you to stay for the second part of our show, but we do have a caller. So let's see who we
Lou.
have. We have Lou on the line.
We have the director, Lou Simon, on the phone. Hi, Lou.
Hello, Lou.
I heard they were talking bad about me, and so I had to straighten it up.
Never.
Well,
Yeah,
You
Diana
have
and
the
Dana,
voice of
man,
God
let me
right
tell
now.
you. I'm glad you called
Where are
because
you
they were just
coming
ripping
from?
you up. No.
So we have on the line. It's Lou Simone.
Oh,
Is
you-
that right?
Lou Simon.
Lou Simone.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much for being here. So this is now your.
She is the director of Nine Windows. She wrote
Okay.
and directed it.
She's calling us all the way from Atlanta, Georgia, too.
She sure is.
She just moved there.
She took time out of a film festival just to call us.
Amazing.
Well, we appreciate that. We
We got
really
to get
do.
on her next film.
She's a fierce director. I mean, we love Lou. So.
Yeah.
Oh, sure. Now that I'm on the phone, I'm fierce. I don't want to know what you called me
They
before
love you
that.
because they can just hang up on you when they're done with you, sweetheart. That's what.
Female Filmmaker Friday. We're
That's
so
right.
Oh,
right.
look at
Ladies'
these
night.
girls. Get
Ladies'
it.
night.
Girl power.
We have
I
Bryce
knew we
on
were
the
talking
line.
about Lou. We were
Bryce.
saying really great things.
Only good thing.
Lou, out of curiosity, could you please share with us the inspiration behind this movie?
It's Alfred Hitchcock's Rear Window.
Okay. All right. Just want so you.
But you had to put a modern twist on it. So how did you come up with the idea for doing YouTube videos as for her sitting home doing that? What inspired you to come up with the idea of twisting it that way?
Well, I was watching Rear Window, and I thought, nowadays it's like you don't have to wait to see stuff, through the windows. Everybody's sharing everything that they do every day, online.
Well, I think that as I mentioned before, it's really life. In real life, there are people that are similar to the position that the role that Diana played.
You were close, Liza. Liza's the character.
There you go. But yeah, this is a very interesting. We're very, very curious to see when the movie comes out. Would love to.
I can't wait to see
We
it.
want to see it. Nine Windows. Just the name alone is very good. Very catchy. Well done. Well done. Thank you so much for calling in.
Oh, thank you.
We would love to have you come on live at some point. And congratulations and kudos as a female in this industry. You're rocking it. Keep going and don't stop.
Thank you. Thank you, for sure. You guys, sorry I couldn't be there today. I do have this film festival today, but definitely another night, okay?
Absolutely.
much.
Thanks so much for calling in.
Let's bring
Hi,
in. Let's
Lou.
say bring in Bryce. We have Bryce on the line.
We'll see at the next film.
Oh, we have Bryce.
Bryce.
Right.
It's our producer. Hey, Bryce.
Hello, Bryce.
Am I muted on now? I didn't realize there's a reverb live on my screen to talking to you guys now, so I had to mute myself.
Yeah, you got to put your radio down or what have you. Yes.
So
No, I
Bryce
watched
is the
you guys
producer.
live on the big screen.
Yeah, Bryce is one of our
Yeah,
producers
yeah,
of Nine
so
Windows.
producer that-
Oh, awesome.
Well, they were worried about saying too much because of the fact that they were like, I don't know if the producer's listening. Well, we know now.
Well, we had the director
And we totally
and the
let the
producer.
cat out
No,
of the
no,
bag.
I-
We know the whole movie. I'll tell you.
So how did you find
No,
yourself?
I just want to say thank you guys. This is great. Huh?
How did you like working with both these
Oh,
lovely
Dana,
ladies?
Dana did.
Yeah, Dana's
Oh,
there.
I love both. I was going to say, I got my two superstars live on the radio right now, technically streaming. So, like I said, I got to have the pleasure to work with both of them. So, like I said, I'm very happy that this has happened. So, thank you guys there. Seriously.
Absolutely. Yeah, the ladies are wonderful. You did a
Yes.
good choice on casting.
Thank you so much for tuning
No,
in.
I mean, I think now, yeah, I was going to say the way they're talking about the technology and everything, I could put them on a road show here pretty soon. We have to be, kind of talking about just the film itself, but also the future of the business.
It's an interesting point that you make because we were just discussing, how at one point when you're in production, how it's like, kind of like one-dimensional versus two-dimensional. How, from your perspective, what was it like working from, I honestly don't know how far back in your time that you go in your career, but the transition from where we were, call it maybe 10 years ago, to where we are today. How do you find that? I mean, are you happy with this? Is it much easier? What are your thoughts?
I mean, Danny was saying it as well, like I said earlier, but really, if I to describe all of it, she said 9 to 5, right? It's unbelievable. It really is an efficient process. There's the flip is the pre-production, and I don't want to get into it too much, but yes, there's a lot of front-loading on the pre-production as opposed to shooting, right? So it's interesting. I do see a lot of it as an amazing tool for the future of the business as we are in right now, because yes, you can expedite these worlds, and by the time you get to that point, we're talking about the level of production value, right? And then, of course, the amount of time that we're saving when it comes to shooting, you know, as opposed to, like I said, we're outside fighting the elements, and we have, you know, a burning building behind us. Well, now if we want to do Die Hard or something, right, guys? We can have John McClane on the roof and never even have to go to a rooftop.
Amazing.
You know what I mean? We don't have to worry about these like simple things. Speaking of my guy, there's Michael Ferre. I just talked to him. He's on his way to Rome. There's my buddy over there. And there's William. Beautiful. All right, Christopher's back there. All right, I think I'm getting a delay here from the screen on the TV. This is cool. So that's it. I mean, there's again over at Full Sail. Big shout out to the big team over there. That's amazing. So I'm seeing that there's a delay, guys. So I'm just thinking, I don't know if I'm in the future hearing this or seeing it. This is great. So yeah, no, it's the future of the business, guys.
Well, thank you so much for sharing that. It was interesting all around, not just learning about the movie, but the production behind it and the process progress that the industry has made in that respect. Thank you so much for calling in. We're about to go into the second hour of our show, and we appreciate everything you've done. We're all excited to want to go ahead and see this movie called 9 Windows.
Oh, yeah.
Excellent. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yes, bye-bye now.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
So, very interesting. We're going to go right to our commercial, and stay tuned, everyone. We're ready for our next guest.
All right, we'll be back momentarily. We are the 6th Borough.
We rock. Switch.
RD Promo is the premier source of unique and captivating promotional products. Whether you need gifts for trade shows, corporate giveaways, holidays, or something in between, RD Promo is committed to the best services and products for our clients. Our expert account representatives are committed to your satisfaction and are prepared to help you find the promotional bags, gift items, and products you need. Our compelling corporate gifts meet high-quality standards and are designed to work for every budget. RD Promo makes promoting your business affordable, efficient, and fun. We work with high-end clients, advertising, and marketing firms alike to craft successful marketing campaigns for brands. Small businesses, major corporations, and multinational Fortune 500 companies have trusted us for their promotional product needs. Call 1-855-915-7377 or visit our website at rdpromo.com.
The Hideaway of Palm Beach. Free food all night from our gourmet kitchen. Drink and dance specials all night. Exclusive private VIP rooms. Top shelf bottle specials. The Hideaway Palm Beach. Come meet our top-notch bartenders and servers. And of course, the most beautiful entertainers in Palm Beach. The Hideaway. Palm Beach's hidden gem. The secret is out. The Hideaway Palm Beach. Located at 1152 Old Okeechobee Road, West Palm Beach. Open 4 p.m. to 5 a.m. 7 days a week. The Hideaway of Palm Beach.
Back to the 6th Borough. We are live, Boca Raton Stand Up. We have a whole show full of incredible guests. Take it away, Joe and Denise.
Wow, I can't believe an hour's gone already.
An hour is gone already, everyone. Welcome back. This is, of course, the second hour of our show. It's the Power Hour of the 6th Borough. So really great stuff that we had and we talked about a new movie that's coming out.
I'm excited to see that movie, and It's so funny, like they were talking about the technology. I remember back in my day that when we did the films, you
When
had
rock school?
When they were doing SOS.
funny guys.
Didn't Jesus
that
show up at your
you
shoot?
you could be in the middle of, you know, the scene and they have to change the magazine on the camera.
Right, with the film.
Yeah. Crazy.
The reel to reel.
I mean, the Flintstones were always great, I'll tell you, Joe. When you made your premiere on the Flintstones,
You're a funny
I'll tell
guy.
You, it was an incredible show. What are you guys trying to say? Stone Age? What do you mean?
Flintstones, that's great. Wish I was Fred.
That time is the source of the foundation of everything today.
True,
So
you're
we
right.
can make fun of it as much as we want, although it's, all in jest, but actually that's the foundation of all of what has happened today in technology. And
Yep.
it's just amazing where we've gone as far as how a movie used to be on set and to how it is today where it's digitally put together. I
Yeah.
think-
The actors don't even have to be in the same room.
Yes.
They don't even see each other. It's almost like the way they do it with music nowadays. They send the music over to the artist. The artist lives in Atlanta. The producer lives in Miami. They shoot it over there. The guy raps, says whatever he wants to do, and then just sends it back. He's never in the same room with all these people, but yet they're on the same track. That's what's happening
look at
right
Zoom,
now.
right? Zoom is
The
the
entertainment
next
business is
big thing.
becoming lonely, I'll tell you. Soon we won't be in the studio anymore. I'll be at home. Joe will be over there
not
doing
doing
whatever
that
he does,
anymore. I'm
eating.
doing
I'm pretty sure
Hawaiian
the Muppets
pizza?
predicted Zoom.
What?
What? Saying.
The
I'm pretty
Muppets
sure the
produced
Muppets
it.
predicted Zoom.
No, I thought it was the Jensens that did
No,
it.
the
might-
Muppets when they were all in this.
No, the Jetsons predicted telemedicine.
Yeah.
The Jensens actually
And
was
Zoom, too, right.
The Jensens knew what they were talking about. All the writers,
They
they're
know.
the ones that
They
predicted all
predicted the FaceTime.
But nobody knew more than the Simpsons.
this. Oh, no.
That's true.
Oh my goodness. Oh, nobody was allowed to watch that in my house. So anyway, moving on. This is a great show we have with us. We're going into our Power Hour once again.
Power.
Power Hour. Yes.
Hey, Senor Tommaso, how you doing? And cousin Anthony said hello before. We got
Hey,
everybody who comments. We're gonna give a shout out to you. So send them in.
So our
Sorry.
that's okay.
I just got the look of death.
I'm telling you.
I don't even
Got
have to.
lasers.
I don't even have
He
to look
feels
at her. I
it.
feel the heat right
The
here.
heat.
Bearing into you.
I'm just I have to, tame.
She's like it.
I gotta tame the animals in the cage here. Our show right now, this part of our show is for discovery and telling backstories. Although we always share backstories with pretty much from whoever we have on the show, but this one in particular is very interesting in the sense that there's more to. What we didn't talk about, and I'll bring this up, but anyone and everyone that has become part of media in any way, shape, or form, acting, actresses, musicians, whatever, there's always something more that they do. And we're gonna just remember that I said that. There's always something more that they do outside of what you see them from the screen, and or on the radio for that matter. So
Yeah, because you got to eat.
I was going to say, everybody's got to have a side hustle,
you
right?
gotta eat. Exactly.
You got to have a side hustle.
Yeah, exactly. So we're going to dive into that a little bit more. But honestly, though, our next guest, I actually had the pleasure of being introduced through another one of our guests that had been on the show, Barry Minoff. Thank you so much for introducing this next guest to us. And I got to spend some time speaking with her on the phone, and we just, like kindred, we just hit it off very, very easily, and so much we had in common. So everyone, I have with us Karen Larrea. Larrea.
Larrea.
Larrea. Roll the tongue. Come on.
I can say it better that way. Larrea. Okay, there you go. Public figure, also television, known as for television. Okay. Oh, okay. He's getting fine with. He's touching my ear. Okay.
Oh, that's it.
That's it.
What a sweet moment.
You should see when he does it to
Right in the
Joe.
middle
It's
of
incredible.
it.
When he does it to Joe, he
Hold on.
nibbles on his
Everyone,
ear. It's
hold the phone. Let me start this.
a whole nother
Have with
show in
us.
itself.
Sorry.
Oh, we're introducing
Larrea. Come on, roll the
Larrea.
tongue.
Larrea. Public figure, also on television, a certified relationship coach.
Yes.
She
Are you in a relationship now?
No.
Are you in a relationship?
Well, we don't talk about things like that.
Oh, I don't know. How does that work?
Nico's
I don't
trying to
know.
see if we
No,
can
I
add her
was
to the
wondering
raffle.
If the coach is in a
What
relationship, she's
raffle?
just
Wait a
single,
minute.
running around pointing her finger. Do this.
Coaches
do
never
that.
talk about their relationship. It's always about others.
Oh,
Yes,
I don't
that's
know.
the
I didn't know.
golden
I
rule,
thought
Nico.
in order to be a
Yes.
pro, like I'm a pro gambler, I gamble all the time. You know
Oh,
what I mean?
no,
I'm a
no.
pro
We don't
gambler,
talk
but I
about
gamble.
that. No, the coaches have that off the record.
Oh,
Yes,
I didn't know. I
right.
apologize.
So we
But-
can't raffle her off.
I know it wasn't. Don't ask a woman how old she is.
I gotta know these
Wait a
things.
minute, wait a minute. What? I'm being pimped off? What is it?
You sound like
Why do they say pimped
She's
off?
for
It's
See how it
raffled.
feels?
It's
See how it
raffled.
feels?
It's a game.
It's a
you know?
raffle. Let me buy a ticket. What is going on?
No, I cannot be raffled off.
Oh, I didn't know what was going
cannot
on.
be raffled
What
off.
show we turned into a?
Well, we
just
have
trying
the
to make a
wonderful
just trying to make a
Karen.
dollar over
There
here.
must be a side hustle, Joe.
We have the wonderful Karen with us, and so this is like a multi-dimensional person, and we're going to talk a little bit more about her. But I realized, and I think when I did a little research, you're from New York originally.
I was born in Manhattan.
All
I'm
right,
a Manhattan
then.
girl.
There you
what
go.
up, girl? Get it,
That's
girl.
one of the-
Chuchi.
yes, from one of the boroughs. She's right at home. What's that?
Chuchi.
That's the reaction I always get. People go, Manhattan. I go, it's on my birth
Like,
certificate,
oh.
Manhattan.
Oh, you're that person.
I don't think we can afford to talk to you. I don't know how much
Sex in the
it costs.
City.
Like, it's $25 each word. You know what I mean?
So tell us a little bit about your background, and let's go and move up in time. And we're going to have a lot of fun with this, but just tell us a little bit about yourself.
About my show?
Yourself? And
Oh,
then about
myself.
the-
I'm
yes.
like, wait, we jumped to the show. Well, I was born in Manhattan. I'm Latina. I come from parents. My mother's Colombian. My father's Ecuadorian. And raised in South America and South Florida.
Okay.
So consider myself a South Florida girl, though I've traveled the world. I used to be in a pop teen group, a trio.
Oh,
So
wow.
yeah, so from the ages of 15 through 19, I traveled all through Central South America.
Wow.
And it was before the Latin explosion, so it's basically like New York, Chicago, Los Angeles, Texas, which those were like the Latin strongholds, way before like Ricky Martin exploded on the Grammys, so before the Latin explosion. And then kind of then retired to get married and started a family, had a family, and then completely out of the limelight, got divorced. COVID happened, and for me, COVID happened, and I became a cast member of an HBO Max reality TV series. So that was what COVID gave me.
Wow.
My mom,
incredible.
your dad is the name of the show.
Yes.
Now,
My
when
Mom,
I
Your
first,
Dad.
when Denise messaged and said, "Hey, she's part of My Mom, Your Dad," I said, "What is it, a cheating show?" I didn't know what was going on.
And it's a show. It was created by Greg and Haley Daniels, so it's a father and mother. A father and daughter. And if you don't know who Greg Daniels is, he is the executive producer of The Office and the creator of Parks and Rec.
Oh wow.
So you had to know that there's cringy moments and there's
Oh.
funny moments in
Yes,
the show.
I'm
So it was
sure.
created by Greg.
Where
Yeah.
did they find you? How did you stumble upon that during COVID?
Well,
Everybody was out of work, especially if you're an entertainer.
and that's
People
why it
come
came
back
to
and
me.
run up to you, I'm like, I'm broke.
There was two
You might have
people
heard
on a
me.
bridge.
DJ
She happened to be
Brothers.
one of them.
My daughter is actually cast on the show with me.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So I have a daughter, and she came to me during COVID, and she actually found the ad on Instagram. And I said to her, "You're out of your minds." I was like, "What are you doing?" She's like, "Mom, we're doing nothing. We're sitting in this house. There's this ad on Instagram." Yes, there's my children. That's my daughter
Oh,
and my
look,
son.
there you go. And a son? Is that your son?
And my
that's
son.
my
I
boy
have
too.
two children. I have a boy. Yep. And she said they're asking for this ad if you want to find your parents a second chance at love. And I was like, it was a very generic ad. So we had no idea who like the production house was, that it was Greg Daniels behind this, HBO Max was behind this. We had no idea. I said, "You're crazy. It's so generic. You're out of your mind. I'm not even going to do this." And she's like, "Come on." I'm like, "Brianna, it's fake." Her name's Brianna. And she's like, "No, Mom, let's just do it." I go, "You know what? Just send the stuff in." Not even thinking anything. I was like on a Thursday. Monday, I got the first call from the production house, which
Wow.
is ITV, which is a really big production house. And they wanted the first interview. And from there, it just rolled. And it was like 3 weeks later, it was like, "Pack your bags. You both are cast and you're going to LA."
Did you have to send a
wow.
video? Like, how was the initial? Did you?
It was just photos. I think
just
she
photos?
sent like it was a photo
you
of
just
us.
said to your daughter, "Just go do your thing," but you didn't physically have to do anything. She did whatever. Then
She
you got a
did it.
call,
She
but did
sent
you
in
have
our
to do, like, a
photos.
video of like, "Hey, look at me."
Yeah, she sent in our photos, our background, I guess. Like it might have been like, you'd have to ask her, but it was like our name, our age, and
Right.
where we were from, basically. Just very simple.
So she owes a lot to her daughter. I'm just saying.
I do. That's my back.
She's overly beautiful, so I'm sure they're like, "Pick her. Speak. It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Just
Bring
pick
them
her."
both in.
What
She
was-
is.
what's
She's
the
an
premise of-
amazing.
You.
The what?
When they chose you, what were your thoughts?
I probably knew by like the 5th production, like Zoom meeting they had, and I could see every time they were adding different producers and different casting directors. By the 5th one, I go to my daughter, we're in. And she goes, how do you know? I go, because it's just too much that they're interviewing us. And then they sent us, people don't realize to be on a reality show, it's just like you're not chosen. You have to go through like psychologist tests and psychiatric tests, and it's crazy, and like all types of like health tests, like blood, like 9 tubes of blood work up and down.
Well, it was during COVID, so.
It was during COVID, but you still have to. They want to know, you're going into a house and basically, hey, how are you? And you're meeting them and you're going to live together. So they want to make sure that you're sane. So
based on other reality shows, I can't believe that would be actually.
So I can't make a reality show because they'll be like, this ADHD guy's got high blood pressure. He's not going anywhere.
Once they sent us to do that, then I said to her, we're definitely in. And she goes, no. And I go, they don't invest money in you if they don't want you. So, yeah. And from being in the business, you know that. They're not going to invest the money if they don't want you. So,
So we're looking at, I guess this is what the whole cast is
that
right
is
now?
the whole cast, yes.
All right.
Well, I think one cast member, the 2 cast members are missing, but yes.
What
that's
is the premise of the show? What is it about?
So it's called My Mom, Your Dad, and the initial, what we were told before we actually, when we flew out to Los Angeles was, the children were going to help producers and, I'm going to put in quotations, dating consultants to help choose, connect you with the other parents, and you went on these dates. And basically they said that she was going to say, like, my mom likes to date this kind of man, and this is how she likes to be romance. And actually, the dating consultants, that's what and then they were told they were going to do that, and they were going to do social media.
Okay.
And once they got to the house, the host is Yvonne Orji, if you don't know her, but she's, big comic. That is her last name. That's her last name.
What?
Yvonne Orji.
I thought I heard that.
That is her name. That is her
my
name.
immature years heard
Oh,
like,
God.
what?
That is her name.
Sounds
That is
like
her
a fun-
true
Sounds
name.
like a fun time already.
Yeah.
I think our next show should be about that.
Yeah.
Does she have white rocks in front of her mailbox?
Upside down
All right,
pineapple.
come on, keep going.
Keep going. Go ahead.
I'm getting
Oh
like
my
you now.
gosh, she's a pretty big deal. So
Sorry.
I've
it's
definitely
okay.
heard
She's
of
very
her.
well known. And once they got, we went to the parents' house, and they went to the kids' house. And once they got to the kids' house, they said, actually, you're not here to do what we told you to do. You're actually the dating consultant. You're going to watch your parents for 16 hours a day on closed circuit cameras, and you're going to manipulate their dating life. But the parents didn't know. We had no idea. We just.
That's not what you signed up for.
That's not what I signed up for. Because if I would have known
bait and
that.
switch?
Yes. And so they were like, oh, great. I mean, if you see my daughter in the show, she's like, I have all this power over my mother, and I love this.
Wow.
Look at you guys.
Oh,
Wow.
look how
That's
sweet.
my
I
girl.
would've picked you
That's
too.
my heart right there. Yeah. And so she dictated my love life and who I went on with, and if she didn't want me on a date with that guy, or if she wanted more romance, or so my dad and I did not know. None of us knew until we left the show. And then they said, by the way, your children are your dating consultants. Because
How many
sometimes we
men
would
did
go,
you-
what's wrong with these dating consultants? Like,
What's
who
wrong with them?
hired them?
How
Like,
many
what are
men
they
did you
doing
have
to
during
us?
the season there?
How many what?
How many dates did you go on?
I went on four different guys.
14?
Four different. I wish there would have been 14 guys to choose from there.
Yeah, girl, jump right in the pool. Get friendly.
I went.
I don't think my wife will let me
Okay,
date.
Nico. Actually, that was the first day that I was there. They put me in a pool with 2 guys, and I'm like, "What am I doing
my
here?
God.
Why am I here?"
Hot chick in a pool. Let's go.
In a
That's
hot
what-
tub,
that's
actually.
what
I was like, "Why
happens
am I
when
here?
the
This is
host's
not
name
what
is
I
orgy.
signed up for."
Yeah, right. This is the
What happens
best
when the host
orgy
name
show
is
I've
orgy?
ever watched.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really, that was your daughter's doing,
Yes,
Right,
exactly.
Right,
She's
right.
like, "Let
she
me
put you in the pool with the
Yeah.
2 dudes, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
let me
she's
make my mom a
grounded.
little uncomfortable."
Grounded.
And I was like, I
grounded.
literally met them like maybe 2 hours prior, and I'm like, "What
I've
am I
heard
doing
of
in a
your
hot
show.
tub?"
I
Oh,
watch it.
please, sweetheart, after a drink. Remember
heard
that
of
one
it?
time in Costa Rica? Anyway.
So
you
this
not?
is actually, how many couples or how many pairs are you?
In the show,
So how many moms and dads? That's the question.
there was a total of 12 of us.
12.
Yes.
Okay, so 6 and 6.
No, I'm sorry, 11. There was 11.
So then
Oh,
the men
good.
had to do the same thing. Let's say my daughter did that to me, and I'm a man on the show, and then that's the whole shtick. That's what it
Yeah,
is.
there was sons and there was daughters, and
Aye.
they manipulated whoever they wanted, basically.
And
I
what if
gotta
the
watch
sons and the
this. I wanna
daughters
watch
wanted to
this
do a
show.
little finagling? They can't do any of that? How does
What do
that
you
work?
mean, if the daughters wanted to what?
The son, let's say it was my daughter and your son was behind the scenes. Before you know it, they started cadoodling on the couch.
Well,
how did that work
The
out?
producers tried that.
Oh, they tried that.
tried
See?
They tried that,
I love
and
it.
this is how you know we raise good kids.
Yes.
These kids said, "We didn't come for us; we came for our
Atta
parents."
girl.
Love that.
And they put their foot down with the producers.
Love it.
Yeah,
That's good.
Excellent.
yeah. So they was like knocked out of the, out of the
That's
scene
good.
for that one.
Good job, Mom.
Definitely should
job.
have hired some bad parents then because I saw some real action on the couch. But anyway, way to be a good parent because our ratings just went to hell.
So
Sweeps week.
This week. So going into further into the show itself, was there a process of elimination where finally there were the two that was best paired up? Is it like kind of like The Bachelor?
Did you hook
Is
up?
it
Is
like,
what she means.
no, I didn't. That's not what I meant.
What she's asking, Nico.
Was that like The Bachelor? Is how it winds up where it's getting into where you're left with the final two, or where it actually worked?
Get the rose?
It was.
Did you hang a pineapple upside down in front of your door? That's what we gotta know.
Oh my goodness.
The rocks
No
and
pineapple.
the rocks and the pineapple. What
Here,
is-
and I have Nico here.
Yeah, forget about it.
Well, hold on. Okay, guys. Seriously, though, I want to understand that. Did it end like that?
There was only one elimination.
One elimination.
One
okay.
elimination where they sent one parent home. And then other than that, though, it was kind of like you went on a date with this one. Did you get along with him? You went on a date with that one. Did you get along with it? But also, if the date was going well, they would ruin it if they wanted to. Like that happened to someone who went on
The
a
children
date.
would ruin it on
Children would
purpose?
ruin it. They're like, I don't want my dad with that person, so they would ruin it. Or I don't want my mom with
What
that
do they do
guy.
to ruin it?
They
Hold
would
on.
just do things to
girl's
ruin
really
it. You know, it's just
Like how? What do you
Like
mean?
what?
What would they do?
they would send in like they had to earn their medals, but medal meant like meddling.
Oh.
And they would meddle in the dates to do things like whatever they would send in. Like there's one scene with a couple that they would send in a harpist, and the harpist didn't play. They were like on a romantic date, but the harpist played like horrendously. And they were just sitting there, and they were just like, and they were slow dancing, and she was playing really nice at first, and then they
I gotta
started
watch
really
this. This
bad.
is-
Yeah, and they were like, "What do we do?" And
perfect.
you try to, okay, the cameras are rolling. I have to continue
Did you make it till
dancing.
the end? How did you perform? How did you do it? As far as on the show, not
I don't know. She
not
can't give that
perform,
away.
Perform. I meant. Oh, you
What are you
can't
trying to
tell
do?
us?
Oh yeah, I can.
Oh,
It's
she
already
can.
been out.
No,
Yes.
Kenny, she can tell us.
Yes, I can totally
She's not
talk
on
about the whole
secret
season.
TV show like you are, Kenny, on your secret movies. Wait, for it, syndicated. You gotta like watch it to find out. She's right here. Tell us what happened.
In the
Oh,
show-
good. How
in-
many boys you kissed? 4?
in- In the show, out of the 11 of us, 3 couples came out of it.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Really?
Are they
Were you one
still?
of them?
Yes.
Are they still together? Those 3 couples?
None of us are together anymore.
How long did they last, if I may?
I lasted the longest with
You
mine.
did,
Oh,
okay,
I
but
could
that's all
see
the
that.
medication, you know, it's,
Him or me on the
no, I
medication?
had no idea. Whoever your therapist is said the best thing to do is to probably break up. But nonetheless, that's good.
We can still watch this on HBO Max.
It is not on HBO Max anymore.
Okay.
It came out last year. And then with the whole merger, a whole bunch of shows, like 243 shows were pulled off, and it happened to be one of ours. It is in Canada. And then what's great about this has become a franchise. So now there's 11 different countries that are carrying My Mom, Your Dad. Like Australia came out. Sweden is just coming out now. Japan is being filmed. England is being filmed. So it's really cool. Hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's
what are the
great. So you're
pioneers?
famous in Canada.
Yeah, we were. Yes, I am. Mine is actually on Canada.
On a Slice Network. I was famous
Yes.
in Canada too. I just never
There
went
you
there.
go. Yeah, it's Crave Network.
They gave him milk in a bag. Here, get your own
Yeah.
container.
So here you are. Where are you now in the process? So you did all this during COVID. Let's go into what is happening now in your world. We have an interesting tidbit about you that you are a relationship coach.
Yes.
Yes.
Certified. Did that come from COVID also?
No, that came from the show.
That
It came from the show?
That came from the show.
Oh, I was gonna ask if that was like something you were doing before the
No,
show. Like, how
I
did
was
you
an
get into
artist
that?
booking agent before.
Oh.
And when
wow.
COVID happened, I mean, what happened to my industry?
You died.
I was on, I was on my
Crash and
knees.
burn.
I was dead. So that's why my daughter was like, "We're doing nothing in these 4 walls, Mom. You're not working, and you're not going to work for a long time, you know."
Right.
Especially
And
Manhattan, they locked you guys down.
yeah, they locked us. We were the first ones that were
ones to
down,
go.
the first ones to go. And so what happened was because through the show, I gained a social media following, and I would get a lot of DMs and a lot of questions about, you're over because. Oh, so let me tell you about the show. I'm sorry. One thing I have to rewind here is that the show is all the parents are over 40, so it is finding love after 40.
I can't.
Okay.
Damn it.
Yeah, so I would get the questions of like, you're over 40 and how did you find love and how did you get back into it and, how do you, or even just like, how do you keep yourself, because let's be real, society tells women that after 40, our lives are done. And for us, after 40, we are flying. We are in the best years of our life.
I know, it's so
We
funny.
are in
That's
our
how guys do.
prime.
They date by asking how old you are.
But let's be
Yeah.
real.
Like 39.
40-year-old women now don't look like 40-year-old women
No,
20 years
Exactly.
ago. They do
The eye
not.
cream.
When we were growing up, they were busted. My uncle was a
Right.
mess.
Yes.
So you girls are hanging on to it like with that
It's
porno grip.
yeah,
adorable.
absolutely. I mean, I just came from a trip in South America, and I was speaking to someone, and she was like, oh, well, a woman your age here, we're already done. And I was like, what are you talking about? Back
29
in the
she probably
U.S.,
gave you,
we
right?
are just.
I got no comment.
She gave you 29, didn't she? She
None.
did. I know. Look at her with that big smile. She can't even laugh. Look at her. She gave you like 29, didn't you? Get out of here. It's disgusting. Look at her. She's like, I woke up like this, so if any of you guys want to look like me,
He's just
kill
carrying.
yourselves.
It's like you just gotta let him roll, you know.
Nico
so,
roll.
40s
yeah.
are in their prime.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's right.
Yeah,
Let's
so
go.
yeah,
it's
they would
delicious.
ask me all these
40 oats are
questions,
delicious.
and then so I said, okay, wait a minute, I have this platform that I have been given now, and I did my own 6-week series on dating, and brought in relationship experts, and then 2 of them told me, Karen, you're so good at this, why don't you get certified?
Oh.
And then
so
how does
I-
that make you, if I may, explain the certification? Whom do you call up? To get
There
the-
is a whole course that you take, and
Oh,
you
there
get
is.
certified.
Yeah,
Yes, absolutely.
We
So,
booked
yeah.
free sessions for
I'm
you.
taking the course.
No, I'm saying, I just want the
gonna do it.
diploma. I just want the
Take what?
diploma to be like, yo, check me out. Get a
Relationship
call, you know
coach
what I'm
course?
saying?
Yes,
Yeah,
I can be
and
a
so it's-
relationship
yeah.
coach.
To run
Yeah.
the donkey on you monkeys.
Like,
you
don't
know?
do it.
Yeah,
Don't
so
do it.
a whole new career went off on that, and I actually have a monthly segment on Univision, on a morning talk show, and I am the relationship expert for Univision.
Wow.
So what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to get disgruntled groups in here, couples in here, and we'll just call her and be like, "Hey,
Right,
what will you
exactly.
say to
Put
these
you on
clowns?"
standby.
Have you
Put
ever
you-
said anything like it's not going to work out?
Kenny,
stop, break
just
up,
line,
maybe
just
get
line
rid
up
of
my
it?
exes.
No.
We're gonna
There's
line up
always a
Joe's
way.
exes.
It'll work. Just keep
Oh
paying
my
your
God,
salary, it'll
that would be a
work.
show in itself.
All right, so check it out, though.
We'll be back on momentarily, so ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned for the Power Hour. Incredible show, incredible host, incredible guests. Whoop, whoop, whoop. And now you know. Let's go. 6th Borough, baby. Whoop, whoop.
WWNN AM Pompano Beach. WIRK HD3 Indiantown. Programming paid for by Vic Canales Media Group. Broadcasting live from the Robes Studio. Injured recently? Call the Robes Law Group, where winning is a habit. 561-570-5700. 561-570-5700. Robes, winning for you and our community. This is the one and only. After our previous all-time record-breaking attendance concert, we're back. This time with a Motown tribute. The True Oldies Channel and Palm Beach County Parks and Recreation present the last show of the Carlin Park After Dark concert series. And we've left the best for last. On Saturday, April 8th, come see one of the most exciting and vibrant shows yet with Legends of Motown with the Crush Party Band. Get ready to dance the night away to some of the greatest Motown hits of all time. The Crush Party Band's Legends of Motown will take you on a trip through some of the greatest songs of the 60s and 70s. This free show is open to the public, but VIP pod seating is also available for purchase at TrueOldiesFLA.com. Don't be left out. It's the grand finale of the Carlin Park After Dark concert series. Saturday, April 8th at the Seabreeze Amphitheater in Jupiter, 750 South State Route A1A. Brought to you by Margaritaville at Sea, Sloman's 1-800-ALARM-ME, the Robes Law Group, the Jupiter Joe Money Show, online at JupiterJoe.com, and the True Oldies Channel. For more information or VIP seating, visit TrueOldiesFLA.com. Art lovers, get ready. The award-winning Affair of the Arts returns to Boynton Beach for its 3rd year. This 2-day festival has over 300 artists and crafters from around the country. Free parking, oh yeah, and lots of shopping. Who said you have to go to New York, Paris, or Milan to be part of an amazing art show? The Affair of the Arts brings all the excitement to South Florida. See lots of showcases, new products, and a ton of handmade goods. And a festival ain't a festival without food, beverages, full liquor bars, live music, and fun for the entire family. Recognized by the Greater Miami Festival and Events Association and reaching record attendance in 2022, it's Affair of the Arts. Join the True Oldies Channel at Affair of the Arts March 4th and 5th at the Boynton Beach Mall. Remember, it's Affair of the Arts at the Boynton Beach Mall, March 4th and 5th. For more info, visit TrueOldiesFLA.com. Follow Oldies Nuts social media. See what's happening in the community. Have a laugh with some funny memes. And keep in touch with other good time oldies lovers. Facebook and Instagram at TrueOldiesFLA. That's at TrueOldiesFLA.
RD Promo is the premier source of unique and captivating promotional products. Whether you need gifts for trade shows, corporate giveaways, holidays, or something in between, RD Promo is committed to the best services and products for our clients. Our expert account representatives are committed to your satisfaction and are prepared to help you find the promotional bags, gift items, and products you need. Our compelling corporate gifts meet high-quality standards and are designed to work for every budget. RD Promo makes promoting your business affordable, efficient, and fun. We work with high-end clients, advertising, and marketing firms alike to craft successful marketing campaigns for brands. Small businesses, major corporations, and multinational Fortune 500 companies have trusted us for their promotional product needs. Call 1-855-915-7377 or visit our website at rdpromo.com.
The Hideaway of Palm Beach. Free food all night from our gourmet kitchen. Drink and dance specials all night. Exclusive private VIP rooms. Top shelf bottle specials. The Hideaway Palm Beach. Come meet our top-notch bartenders and servers. And of course, the most beautiful entertainers in Palm Beach. The Hideaway. Palm Beach's hidden gem. The secret is out. The Hideaway Palm Beach. Located at 1152 Old Okeechobee Road, West Palm Beach. Open 4 p.m. to 5 a.m. 7 days a week. The Hideaway of Palm Beach.
All right, so check it out. We are back. 6th Borough Power Up Hour. I'm going to give a quick shout out to all of our sponsors out there. Hideaway, West Palm Beach. I also want to give away, we got Solar Tom. If you guys need some solar, that's the guy to call, Solar Tom. And of course, Pizza Rica. They give us the best pizza, wings, Boca Raton, stand up. We got beautiful Denise. We got handsome Joe Rubo. We got Mad Chop Kenny. And ladies and gentlemen, my name is Nico. Welcome back to the Power Hour. You guys gonna take it away? Are you taking it away? Take it away.
I'm pretty handsome too. Why didn't I like that?
I think he meant handsome Kenny.
Yeah, I feel left out, Nico.
On that note, welcome back to the Power Hour. This is
You guys
what
are
we
absolutely
do,
adorable.
people.
You're all of you.
So
All of you
welcome back.
adorable.
We actually have with us Karen Larrea with us here, who is actually talking
Drop dead
about,
gorgeous.
Guys, to go. She's very, very beautiful. She really is, and has been sharing about with us her role in Mom Meets Dad, which is an HBO.
My mom, your
meets
dad.
dad.
My mom, your dad.
There you go.
My
See-
mom, your
see,
dad.
I'm terrible at
I
stuff
help you.
like
Don't
this.
worry. That's why I'm here.
This is why I'm on radio, because oops, I was going to say something bad.
Come on, Denise.
You're usually the one correcting me.
Oh,
It's nice to
God.
do that once in a while.
It's so hard to stay on track with these guys. So we were just talking about her role in the movie, and let's bring her back on and pick up where we left off, because we also just found out that she is also a certified relationship coach.
Relationship and dating coach.
Which brings me to a question.
Oh boy.
I have a question.
Well,
Let's
hold
get
on.
it.
You still
Go
married,
ahead.
Kenny? I
If
can
you
tell
have
you
a
that.
question, if you have a question,
Cheaper to keep her.
Go ahead. If you have a question, please call into 888-994-4995 Studio A, and this is your chance to get free advice for just one question. You get just one question. So
Call
here you
in.
go.
Don't forget,
Call
Kenny,
in.
you're married. Nothing lasts forever, okay? I hope you're married forever.
Yes. So go ahead. What's your question?
My question is, all right.
Okay.
Give
I
it to
hope
me.
you have this answer.
Oh boy.
Let's say you're a guy. And you're arguing with your significant other. You're debating.
Is it your
But
wife
it's
or
a
your
heated
girlfriend? 'Cause I can
debate.
get the hell
Could
out
be
of it with
wife,
your
girlfriend, fiance. You're in a debate with your girl. And you end up being right. The guy ends up being right. What
Doesn't
happens
happen.
next?
You're still wrong.
Who determined that you were right?
I don't know, but something put on us being right. So let's just say hypothetically we were right. What do we do?
As men?
Yeah, because
Do-
I want to pull on balloons and
No, you cannot do that. You made
No,
your
you gotta
point.
Eat it.
You made your point.
gotta eat it?
Man or woman, you made your point. If she says you're right, or you knew that you were right, because she has to say you're right, or he has to say you're right.
She'll never say you're right.
She'll never. This is
That's
this
not
is why
true.
I'm saying.
Never.
If
I'm
a
still
man,
waiting for that one.
I like
Happy
the
wife,
one-liner.
happy
Would you
life.
rather be right or would you rather
Just
be
lie
happy?
to her again, Kenny, and tell her she's
the man
right.
is right.
The way
What
you
do we
lie to
do
your
after
wife,
that?
Just
Here's my advice. Let me jump in here for a second. Would you rather be right or would you rather be happy?
that a girl. There you go,
There it
Denise.
is.
There it is, baby.
Yes.
Done.
That's
Man or woman,
That's
never,
right, my
never
favorite-
throw it in their
Right.
face.
She will make you happy.
Listen,
Yes.
every guy's famous answer. You're right, honey. You're right, honey.
You're right, honey.
You're right.
Smart man.
You're right, honey.
Smart. Yeah. Never. Man or woman, never throw it back in their face. Just walk away and you know inside, throw your balloons inside.
That is such a neutral answer. I love it. Thank you.
Well, I like my answer.
Yours was a little bit one-sided, but you know.
Keep those balloons in your head. Those are easy for you to do.
There's a lot of room in there.
Okay, so ladies, do we have questions?
What's been the craziest question you've been asked?
What has been the craziest?
Yours is a
Why
myth.
would you ask?
That was a
I feel
myth.
like every man asks that question.
What has been the craziest question I have been asked? I don't know. I think my followers have been, or even my interviews have been nice and easy on me. So they've been good to me. But craziest,
The
yeah.
whole uptown Manhattan thing. Let's get it down in Queens. Maybe a little,
Go to Bronx.
Jersey, people.
So it's fair to say my question is up there in rank.
Your question's up there in rank. There we go. We're going to
Right,
give Kenny
baby.
that. We're going to give him that.
We're gonna give him a winner.
We're going to give him that balloon.
6th Borough, baby.
The balloon. So, you know, when you're dealing with women, a majority of your followers, and I should say your clients, right? I guess
Yes.
that's what it would be. And by the way, if they want to find you, how do they do that?
They find me. You can go to my Instagram. I'm constantly on there. That's the one that I mostly, not mostly, but that is the one that I interact with mostly with everyone, is KMLM21.
I'm gonna look that up.
Yeah.
So you're like the female Hitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah.
So,
You recognized?
I do.
Oh, you do.
I do.
Besides
Actually,
being beautiful, do they
actually, on my first date after my boyfriend on TV that we broke up, I was actually on a first date, and I was on a date and I got recognized. And actually, a friend of mine got text messaged by a person that she know. I don't know him, but she, it's her friend, but he knows me because I'm on her Instagram and on her Facebook. And he said, "Hey, you know your friend that's dating the guy from the show? She's cheating on him. She's she's out on a date with someone else."
Now you know you're a celebrity.
And then my friend,
People bring it. Tabloids, quick.
and when I'm on, when I'm out, I always have my phone on the table. I don't do, unless it's my kids. It's the only time I'll ever pick it up. But I have it. That's the only time I do. And I kept getting text messages from my friend, and over. And I said to my date, "Excuse me, give me a second. I never do this, but there must be an emergency." And she's like, "Ha ha ha, you're at table whatever, and the guy is wearing whatever." And she's like telling me my whole date, and I'm like, "Are you here?" And then she told me the story, and the person had snapped the picture and everything and sent it to her, and I was like, "Wow, I can't believe this." And then there was another time, I was in a restaurant, and someone kept passing by, like a few times, a guy, and I didn't even notice. So I just, okay, this guy keeps passing by. And I get home and I look at my DMs and he's like, "Hey, I saw you in the restaurant. I wanted to come up to you. And I recognized you, but I was afraid." And I was like, "Oh, next time come up and I'll take a picture with you." And yeah,
You
so.
gotta be careful with inviting that kind of stuff. You gotta be careful with inviting that kind of stuff, let me tell you.
I mean, that's the new way of dating, right? You slide into someone's DMs and you do all these online dates. I mean,
Are you sliding
many
into people's
DMs have you slid
DMs,
into?
Diana?
I mean, it's been a long time.
Going down in the DM.
But
Yeah.
how is that different? Do you see that happening a lot now with your clients?
I do, and I actually tell my clients, I give them the advice, because a lot of them tell me, "Oh, they're going into my DMs," and I said, "Listen, I think it has to be a personal choice. When someone slides into my DM, I really don't pay attention to it if it's like on a dating scene. But as a dating coach, if you're okay with that and your client's okay with that, think about it. If you're on a large majority, unfortunately, the dating scene has changed. It is not that we're not meeting people. The majority of people are not meeting because you're going into a club like we used to, or a bar, or because your friend introduces you, or you're working, with someone. Really, the majority is not anymore because it's all about the dating apps now. So I always say, when you're on these social media platforms, remember there's an algorithm. And
yes.
that kind of, when you go on your like discovery pages, it's usually people that are on the same things that you're looking at. So the algorithm is noticing that. So maybe they find you like on a discovery page and they slide into your DM. It's kind of almost being on a dating app. So maybe you have things and I think it's actually better than a dating app because there's really no algorithm there, with dating apps. And with social media there is, and so it might be that you have more in common with this person. So definitely I know people that have met through social media, and I think that's great if you can do that. So
I must have a
I do
lot
recommend
in
that.
common with scammers because I get a lot of DM scammers.
Me too.
I'm a princess from Nigeria, and
No, I get the one. I
Please
love your
send
posts.
$1 million.
They're so funny. Please friend me.
I tell these people, I message them back. I'm like, I'm P.O. I can't afford the last 2 letters. I'm not the guy you want.
okay, Kenny. Now, when they're asking for money, no.
I told them to stop doing that.
Yeah.
That mustache.
Yeah.
So do you find that your clients or the questions that you get are from over 40, or is it just an age range across the board?
I think on the TV show, it is an age range across the board. Most of my followers, they are over 40, so it's a lot of and really think about it. Those of us that are single over 40, the dating scene has changed from when we were 20 years old that we got married and how we met, and there was no dating apps, and there was so many different
We've
I'm
talked
going to
about
say
that many
rules, and now
times,
there's not. So it's changed. So imagine being divorced 52 years old and now you're divorced and it's the first time you're in 20 something years out in the dating world. It's terrifying. It's not the same as it was. So that's why you need me as a dating coach to help you through navigate and get you into the new
So will you pick
modern
the girl for us? Like, how does it work? 'Cause
Yeah, that's what I was
ironically,
gonna say.
I'm 52
Exactly
and I'm single.
What
So
is-
how does
what
that's
is a
a hard
dating
sell?
coach-
You know
what does
I
a
mean?
dating coach
It's a hard
do?
sell.
Okay,
How
let's
big your
just say if you were
six-pack is.
single.
What?
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 Let's say you were single and you came as a client to me. You may say, like, Karen, I really need help in setting up my profile. I've had clients where I've had to help them even dress them again.
They're
Learn how to
pathetic.
dress because they didn't know. I mean, you don't know. You know what it is to be back in the dating world
I know,
after
but we
being in
should
a
do a show
long-term
on your
relationship.
show,
So you
'cause I
give
could be
them,
behind the
you
scenes
give
being like,
them
dude, you're
advice
pathetic. You don't
on
know how to
going
get
on a
dressed. No
date, or
wonder
you
you
help
can't get
them
any
find
action.
dates?
No,
or-
I don't help them find
Right.
dates, but we talk about dating and we get them, into the new modern.
Right.
It's new modern dating basically, and they'll talk about. I mean, some don't even know. You have to tell them, like, make sure you open the car door for the lady.
No, I know, it's
just
a
even like
mess.
little things like that.
Like whatever clothes they have in their closet, just throw them away. Just whatever belongs to you, sweetheart, just throw them away and granimal.
Or they don't know
Seriously,
how
I
to
would
set up.
granimal the heck out of
Yeah.
them, dude. I've done that for friends of mine
Yeah.
that don't know how
Or
to
she
dress.
reaches over
I'm like,
and
just
opens
everything
the
in your
door,
closet,
she's
just
great.
throw it away and granimal
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah. No,
For
and they
real.
sometimes they don't even know how to set up, or they tell me this is what we'll walk through dates because
So you're actually at this point speaking from the man's perspective, because you actually will coach both.
Yeah, I
men
actually
and
will
okay.
coach
And
both.
who's
Yeah.
more in trouble, if I may? I believe the men are a little mentally loco la cabeza. Because even if I may, if let's say you weren't a coach or what have you, and you went on a date, and let's say we went on a date, and I'm a half mess. There's something about me you don't like, where you're, as a woman, you're like, I could fix his clothing. He's got like some kind of a stutter. I don't know what the hell that is. His leg is shorter than one. Like there's things that you have like a list of what's wrong with these men because they're a hot mess, I would imagine. Right?
Well, I think both sides, but remember, man or woman, you can never fix someone. We're not Bob the Builder, and we're not.
Guide him in the right direction.
You know what?
though?
I gotta say, I think that's one of the biggest mistakes that people make
Yeah.
in
Exactly.
relationships. Is they
cannot
get into
fix.
relationships with the pre-planned idea that they're
Potential.
going to change this person and bring out something in them that they want.
Right, but
without
I
saying,
meant like he's a keeper, but we just got to change his shoes. He doesn't know how to dress. He smells like BO. I don't know, stuff like that. I don't know. He's got
That's different, though.
Fix it. Like a couple little things is what I'm trying to say. Most women do that where they're on a
Fix
date
the
with them, they're
BO?
like,
you can fix that.
Yeah.
what?
What do you do?
Is there a rule on texting back and communication?
Yes, good question.
Because I
Yeah.
feel like with millennials, it's very much like the 3-day
Oh,
rule
oh,
or the
Lord have
24-hour
mercy.
rule or whatever, And I used to, when I was in that little dating scene,
Mm-hmm.
I would get so stressed out and I'd be like, oh my goodness, why hasn't he texted me? What's happening? So what do you do in that situation? You go on a date, it goes great. And then you don't hear from them, until like noon the next day. Or you don't hear from them at all. Do you text them? What do you do?
Don't date millennials.
Yeah. I mean, that's another story. That's a whole
another story.
Stick with those Gen X's.
Yes.
Yikes.
Rule number 1: never play games.
Right.
He's
I
playing
tell
the
my
game.
clients,
He's
never
playing
play
the game.
games. Don't be waiting like, oh, he hasn't texted me and I'm going to wait 40 days. But also women, never chase the man.
That's right.
Don't chase the man?
Don't chase the man.
But don't they get upset if you gave me your cookies and I didn't call you the next day, hypothetically, like things went great the night before or whatever, and then I didn't call you, you're all like, I just gave myself to him. And he's
No, a man from the caveman days is set in his mind to pursue.
Oh,
But
what if
always.
yeah, it was
It's
a
a
good
natural
meal,
hunt.
though?
It's a yes.
Yep.
It's a natural
Men
hunt.
pursue. Women do not pursue.
That's how I got my wife. I hit her at the club over the head.
I knew it.
Dragged her into the house.
Those Latin
Kenny
guys,
took
you
it
gotta
to
watch
the
those
next
Puerto
level.
Ricans. He's all like, Gato, mira aquí, oye!
It worked.
And it worked.
Venga
Years
acá!
later.
He brought a non-Spanish guy home to his mother. He's like, oh, ¿qué pasó?
She needs to call it. She needs to call
Oh
it.
my God! No, don't call it.
But that is a very good point.
Call him,
Yeah,
I
don't
think-
play games.
Don't play games. I think establishing that, like, before you even went on the date, I'm assuming you already had some communication already.
Yeah.
So you can actually, and I mean, I personally would probably think that you want to establish what's your favorite form of communication.
Absolutely. And if you're feeling anxiety from a person, I always say trust your gut to my clients. You know it's not the person for you. If he's already given you or she's already given you anxiety, you don't want that. That's not what a relationship's about. That's not the
Right.
person you're seeking to be in a relationship with.
It's not even about your self-worth either. You
Exactly.
can't make that. Yeah, your self-worth
Your
should not
self-worth.
judge why or put
Denise
you in
gives
that.
Joe anxiety.
And you can only
That's a different anxiety, maybe. I mean, she's gorgeous looking.
a man should only chase so much too.
There is chasing and there's pursuing. I tell my clients, do not chase a woman.
Pursue.
Pursue a woman.
Okay.
And when you know that you are pursuing is because she's reciprocating back to you.
Right.
If you are chasing and she's not giving anything back to you and she is not calling you back and she's not accepting those dates and she's not treating you well, move on because that's not the woman for you either.
There's Kenny
You're
Hunter's
chasing
wife.
her. You're not pursuing her.
There's me. That's how I found my wife, right there. Actual footage.
But what about gifts? Do you, let's say I went on a date with you, and then also the next day I gave you flowers, and then 3 hours after that I sent some candy, like some nonsense, but it got to be a little obnoxious.
So you're talking about love bombing.
Yeah. I'm good
Well,
at
yeah,
that.
I didn't give you my love yet. I was just
Nico's
giving you
trying to
items.
figure out what he's doing
I'm just
wrong.
trying to gain your attention, get you in a closed room for like 20, 30 minutes.
You don't last that long.
We
Get
got
out of here.
the production room just always belts out laughing.
That's exactly why I'm single. And
But
I'll
there
tell
is
you,
tell us about love bombing. What does that really mean?
what is
So love bombing is, okay, I would go on a date or you would go on a date and the next day the guy is like sending you flowers and he's over the top and he's sending you gifts and he's calling you 12 times a day and it's just too much. It's suffocating.
right,
It's love bombing. That's a huge red flag.
Definitely.
That's, somebody probably is dating a stripper that works on strippers, I think.
I mean, maybe you go while on her shift and, tip
Throw
her.
some,
Not me, I couldn't
throw some
possibly.
flowers on the stage.
I'm not.
Oh,
I know.
goodness.
I couldn't possibly. I don't do well in strip clubs.
The difference now with pursuing. So just define the difference. Chasing versus
My next
pursuing.
question.
Pursuing
Very,
is
very
pursuing is when you're dating and you're asking her out on dates and you may give her flowers. She's reciprocating. She's saying yes. She wants to continue going on dates. I mean, when someone is giving to you back, that energy. She's not running away from you. Versus that's pursuing. And versus chasing, you're asking her out and she's just not returning your phone calls. She
Okay.
doesn't want to go on a
Fair
date.
enough.
And some men are like, but I like her.
All right,
Please
our
stop
first
chasing.
date, we went out. When I took you to a 5-star restaurant, it was wonderful. I was a gentleman. I acted like somebody else. It wasn't even myself. You know what I mean? I pulled the chair out, did my bit. But the next date, you decided, hey, we should go bowling or something. And then I yell, random, Dutch. So I want you to pay because you mentioned it. Mm-hmm. But I want to indirectly say that to you without being like, without me saying, you got to pay. I'm like, oh my God, it was such a great idea that you wanted to go bowling. I freaking hate bowling, but it was your idea. So I guess you're going to expedite that. Like, what would be the verbiage on that where it was your idea, but yet I wanted you to follow through to pay? And then in regards for me doing that, would that put me into contingency and not being able to
You're in the
move
friend
forward?
zone.
You're in the friend zone.
You just
That's
hit
what
the
I'm trying to
friend
say.
zone.
No, but I'm saying no.
what's your
You can
rule
test
for
the
the
girl.
pay?
Pay. Let her pay for you once. She'll never date you again. Especially
There's
in
no
Boca
right.
Raton. She'll be like, oh, hell no.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm gonna tell you like
Whatever
this.
that meant.
There's no such thing as that for me because I'm an old school guy.
Me
So
too.
no woman.
I know. I'm just
paying for
I'm not that
anything.
guy either, bro. I'm a guy. I'm not that guy either. But I'm just
And
trying
like-
to stir up the pot a little bit. You know what I mean? Where the girls in Boca Raton, you're all like, yo, you got to pay or yell Dutch. Dude, check please. The girl, Denise, right away. I can read her mind. She's like, Denise, listen. Before we even ate dinner, I just want you to know you gotta pay for it. She's
gotta
like,
pay
I'm
for your half of the sandwich.
Out of here.
Denise always pays.
I'm too beautiful for this.
I'm honestly, I'm very responsible. Meaning that if I'm dating someone and, they foot the bill for quite a few times, I am okay with saying, you know what, let me get this. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think it also establishes perhaps another dimension to the relationship. Would you agree with that?
I think it's where the relationship is.
Okay.
If you're talking about like a serious relationship and there has been some time established, you know, you can do something special and surprise them. Absolutely. But I'm a dating coach who I'm like you, I'm very traditional. On top of that, I'm a Latina. So I come from very old school, very traditional. I have had clients who are like, well, I don't need him to pay the bill and I don't need him to open the door and and I'm like, well then, all right, I don't need a man. I said, none of us need a man. None of us need a woman. We want that in our lives. We want that partnership in our lives. And when you're saying you don't want something, you're inviting the universe to not give it to you.
I would think as a man that any woman that is sitting there, I don't need this, I don't need that. That's like to me a red flag because
Absolutely.
I want to take care of my woman. Like I've been married 19 years, so I take care of my woman. So, you know, I want to do that. So if I imagine that if I was single and I was in the dating scene that I came across a woman like that, I would not want to deal with her because I'm gonna be like, oh, you know, like.
Well, it's taking away your masculinity, basically,
Right.
and you don't
Don't
want
put-
that.
you're
A
not
man,
putting my balls in your purse.
But believe it or not, if I may, the reason why I brought that up, that's not in my character, because it's just common sense for me to pay, because that's the way it is.
Yeah.
But people that I know are physically, they literally say to me, Nico, I can't get another date with this girl. And I was like, well, what happened? And then he was like, yo, I was at the table and I yelled Dutch across the table. I was like, yo, dog, that's a flag
That's
right
where
there.
you failed.
I wouldn't even
That's
go out
when
on
he
a date with you. I
failed.
have no idea, dude. I'm not even on your team. But I said, you know, so there really are men out there that think like that. They don't kind of get it.
I had someone inquire my coaching services, and he said, "I'm going to tell you right now, I don't want to ask women out. I don't want to make the plans. I don't want to think about the relationship.
You don't want to have a girl.
I couldn't do that to him, but I was like,
video games or
okay, let
something.
me explain this to you. This is how it works. He's like, well, I'm sick of women, you know, using me. I said, well, what are you doing? He was chasing. He wasn't pursuing. What if a woman didn't like him? So he took that in a personal. I'm like, well, did you realize that you were chasing these women? These are women you shouldn't have been after because they didn't want anything with you. So then he wanted to flip the table around. And then I said, let me think about this. I had another conversation with him. He just said, no, this is my mindset. This is what I want to do. And I had to tell him, listen, I wasn't. I'm like, my roster's totally full on clients. I don't have a magic wand to make women go.
Hopefully he's not listening.
Yeah.
She was lying
right now.
He's a hard sell. Listen, I got a guy who wants to do nothing. He doesn't want to go on the date, nor kiss or sex or nothing.
Women like when guys make all the plans, right?
Of course, because we feel like we're being taken care of.
Right.
And then we're being
Absolutely.
protected and we're being provided for. So, yeah, absolutely.
You keep saying chasing versus pursuing.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if many people, I mean, I know the difference, but can you break down a little bit of a difference? Give us some examples of chasing and give some examples of pursuing so that people are out there who are listening that don't know will be like, oh, that's what happened.
Kenny wasn't listening, but I'll read.
I wasn't. I just break it down.
I'll reiterate.
Kenny, she just
ADHD kicking in.
she just said it.
reiterate.
I got diagnosed on the
Okay,
show.
Kenny, when you first started dating your wife and you were asking her out on dates, she was reciprocating to you. She was accepting those dates. She was having a good time with you. She was putting, you know, her time into you,
Well, yeah,
correct?
with the club. No, go ahead.
You were pursuing her
Yes.
and she was giving back to you the energy. Let's say she didn't do that. Let's say you called her and you said, I don't know her name, but
Noemi.
okay, what is it?
Noemi.
Noemi?
Noemi.
Noemi. Oh, Noemi. Okay. I was like, what? Okay. You kept calling Noemi and she wasn't returning your phone calls and she wasn't accepting dates. You were chasing her.
Gotcha.
She's not giving you the energy back.
I've never chased.
They're already then.
I win.
What's your thoughts about sharing what your love language is?
It's very important.
Yes, it is.
It's absolutely very
What's a
important.
love language?
There is 5 love languages.
Listen carefully.
Go ahead, Denise. You know.
She's got it.
There's 5 love languages. There is, oh my God, you guys are putting me on the spot here. And you know what? I just went to a conference with
help
the
you.
author of the 5 love languages.
All the women call him.
This
They're
is
like,
the
we're
6th
like,
Borough.
Or like, what is the 5 love language? Okay, so there is quality time,
Quality time.
acts of service, words of affirmation,
Yep.
touch.
physical touch, and gifts. So
Somebody over there likes to get touched.
You got it right on the screen. There you go.
there you go.
Touch
The
me,
5
baby.
love
Right
languages.
away.
There is a whole book on this. I just went on to a conference of this, which was excellent. If he's ever in your area, I would definitely go to the. I forgot his name. I'm thinking of his name right now.
It'll come.
It'll come. It'll come. Oh my
That's a
gosh!
weird
I
name.
just went.
I
It's
know
excellent,
him.
but there is a whole book on it. I think it's very important because I could be loving my partner thinking that that's his love language, and it's actually my love language, and he's getting nothing out of it. And I could be banging my head against the wall and being frustrated, going, why is he not reciprocating to me? It's not his love language. So I need to learn his love language and love him how he needs to be loved, and then vice versa. Your partner needs to learn your love language.
That's some deep stuff right there.
And though there's 5 love languages, there's 5,
One language.
and it's gonna, and you're gonna, once you take the test, it's in order 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But meaning 1 and 2 could really only be like, half a point away, or almost the same in importance. So you have to, it's very, very important to learn the love languages.
What are the
So
5 love languages?
We just said them.
What's wrong with you?
Penny, knowing these
just
love
kidding.
languages are what is going to keep your spark alive in this marriage.
I want you to go tomorrow to Barnes and Noble, or I want you to go on Amazon, and I want you to order that book.
I'm going to order it.
No, will they still have those?
I'm gonna
Listen,
bring
I
you a
think-
copy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring a copy for the studio.
Okay.
I want to thank everybody for showing up tonight.
Yes.
It was an absolutely incredible show.
This
All
was
of our
fun.
guests are incredible hosts and hostesses. The 6th Borough Power Hour, baby, another day in the life is what we do. The 6th Borough, baby.
And now you know. Let's go.
You never changed.
Yes, I'm single. Another day in the life. You see that smile? I'm not paying any of your bills, girl. Eat your own sandwich. I don't have time. Gotta get a table for one. What? We rockin'.
We rockin'.
Hey.
Get some pictures up here, guys. Come on.
And callers, and not necessarily